That shit had me popping
Everybody.
my head and shit.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome
Yeah,
back
yeah,
to
yeah,
another
yeah.
episode of NFA Live. Happy Sunday night, Monday morning, wherever y'all are. Hope your weekend was well. We got the crew with us, minus a few. Tonight, we're going to have a very special guest in a bit, Marcus with Introverts. But it's been a minute since the crew tapped in. What's going on, everybody? I'm Chronic. Y'all didn't know, this is the NFA crew. What's going on, Chrissy? How we doing?
How you doing? Hey, we're excited to get back on tonight, episode 3, NFA, chatting with Marcus from Introverts and going over some other NFT projects and what's going on in the market. So thank you for being here. We're excited and moving on to Goose. What's up, Goose?
Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? It's Ghouls. I'm tapping in, man. I got my professional studio now. My fault. I got a professional studio now, as you can see. It's really nice. It's just a new laptop, but what's going on?
What up, Ada?
What's up? What's up? What's up, fam? Yeah, all good. We're surviving. I'm moving. Life is crazy as always, but we're here. We're here. We're doing it. Let's go, D. What's up?
Vibes, man. Been on some crazy trades lately. Crazy sleep schedule. I'm waking up at fucking 1 a.m. every night. But yeah, man, we killing shit. Gang, gang. About to go crazy. Get a cat here soon.
Let's
So yeah,
go. Get the
grinding
cat.
my
Get
way
that
up.
cat. Yo, that's cool.
Get that
That's
OG
what's
before
going
gutter
on.
time.
Speaking of, did y'all guys get y'all claimed everything? Goose ain't gone, Ada Man's not gone. That's what's up. Good
No,
luck with that
no,
cat.
I'm not going. Yeah, not going. I'll be CFC calling, but yeah, gutter calling is it's not
Yeah, too
it's not
close.
possible for me.
Yeah,
I wish I could.
it's way too close.
No doubt.
Back to back type shit.
It is.
Yep.
No
It is.
doubt. What y'all thought of that Raccoon Syndicate mint while we wait on Marcus and check that out? You know, Timmy.
Ah,
I mean, I spoke on it before. I think that the mint was terrible. Shout out to Timmy trying something. You got to try stuff. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. It was very long. It was like what, over 24 hours. Like, it's a long time. Like, but I believe in Timmy. I believe in what he's gonna do. Timmy's the man. Timmy's very smart. He's very intelligent. He'll figure it out. His floor is looking lovely. So Timmy's still doing his thing. So it just, I mean, we're talking about the mint. The mint wasn't good.
It's a sentiment overall. I mean, I think it's all good now, right? I think it's kind of water under the bridge is my point. Yeah, I mean, the mint is what it is. Everybody's complaining right now, still almost, 80%. You can't complain, almost double their money. It is what it is on that. So I just wanted to touch base on everybody. I know Goose, I asked you.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think
It's
everything.
good. Like you said, water under the bridge right now. Like, it is what it is. But if we're talking about like from the start, it was shaky, a little messed up. People were annoyed. Now we're getting to the stage where it's healthy, it's looking good, and we're just waiting for Timmy to come out, talk to us, see what's next. I know what's next. I've been following the project, but maybe he'll come back out and he'll tell us what's going on.
Yeah, I can't wait for him to come on out here and tell us how that process went and maybe what he would do differently next time, since he has another mint coming up in September, another one in October. So I want to know if he's going to do the same type of thing. What caused the issue with it coming out so slowly? And what's it going to do differently? Other than that, I love the raccoons.
yeah. I mean, my experience was actually slow but smooth. I didn't have any issues except that the fact I was expecting it to come slow, kind of like slowly than usual. So I got my stuff not too late because my thing is whenever we get the go to mint, I'm probably one of the first 100 that mint. I'm not waiting. It's like I'm waiting for the go to get, and like on the top of the time, I just mint. I don't wait for anything. I always do that. Even when they say, yeah, you still have time, whatever. Experience taught me that when you wait, you get screwed, right? There were so many mints where you would wait, yeah, I still have plenty of time, and then you end up not minting. So,
Right.
I woke up early, right, that day. It was 8 a.m. PST here, right, on a Saturday. And so it was pushed back for another hour. I was fine with it. Like, okay, I was a bit pissed that I woke up an hour earlier or whatever, but it was fine. And when I minted, I mean, I got my mints like 2.5 hours later. So it wasn't terrible for me. That's what I want to say. But I can understand people that have a terrible experience and not being able to flip if they wanted to flip when the floor price was at the top. So
Right. Because that's an important part of the game. I mean, you got your holders and then you got your flippers who are doing it for, all different reasons. So minting is really an important thing. I mean, you can do everything right leading up to the mint, all of your marketing, everything. And then the mint goes bad and it can just leave a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. So, I can't wait for Timmy to come up and just talk to us about that.
yeah,
I think it's going to be a million times better next time. I think he learned a lot. Sharp
Definitely.
dude. Like I said, it's all good. I think it worked out well for the community. Some people didn't get, the first, fish, so to speak. You know what I mean? In the market, you can't just sell and make the big bag immediately. But majority of people made their money. And the floor price held the whole time and slow. Like rather than if it flooded the market with all these NFTs, it might have dropped the floor price quicker, and it just could have been a snowball effect. So again, man, Timmy's building. I think he's gonna with the Plutus gaming, we know he's been a developer for 15, 20 years. So I think he's gonna come up with something really wild.
For sure.
So,
I was lagging out there, but I'd love to drop some input on it before we move on to the next topic. I think as far as like the mint, it's Cardano. I don't really know why a lot of people got mad. Take a look at Boss Cat. How long was Boss Cat? 48 hours. You feel me? So when you have these hyped mints and you blow up the blockchain like that, kind of this is what happens. As far as like the project, I'm glad it's holding above like a little bit over like 80% or wherever it's at. And I think long term it could be something that brings a lot of different builders to Cardano, people that are able to see the route without it having to be so technical. Just build with what you have now and innovate. So I'm excited to see what Timmy can do.
I agree. And he's got such a great community, a great following. That's the good thing about Timmy is that this little bump in the road, I don't think is going to make a big issue for him because he has built for quite a while. Everyone, knows and understands his background. They trust what he has to say. He's worked really hard in advertising, connecting, building his community, just all the things seems to be right. They have great art going on. So I don't think it's going to be a problem really at all. Just be a lesson learned for the next one. Cause like you said, it happens to multiple mints, especially on Cardano. He's got the Ape Society backing him up. They've got big, strong communities that love the raccoons.
He's made good connections. He's made great networking connections.
Yeah.
It's all about bags at the end of the day. The people that are looking to sell out quicker, they didn't get the big licks and, for the floor or so to speak, but when I got it, the floor price is 205 and it was like, 10 hours later. So look at it now. It looks good. Everything's minted out. He's got some stuff on there. So like I said, Daily, well put. It's Cardano. Always surprised,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for real. Like
when
when everybody was talking about it, I was like, was it?
It would have been the same thing. Yeah, same thing if NFT Maker, another, the one of them services wouldn't have worked. It would have been a whole nother thing, whether it been him or not. So, kind of lose situation with mint nowadays on Cardano. So. Just get through it and hopefully you can survive it. And if you survive it, it says a lot,
Yo, Tal said let him up, Chrissy.
For sure. Now we're getting into Plutus smart contracts, you know what I'm saying? And Plutus. And
Tal, what up, Tal?
What's good, guys? What's good? Late to the party as usual.
It's all good.
Good. We just started.
Yeah, we just touched on raccoons and touched on raccoons, just the sentiment, how it's all, how everything is what it is, and kind of getting everybody's opinion on that. We've touched on it. The floor price is 195 now, fully minted out. Everything's good. You got anything to say on that? Add on that?
I think you said it. I heard you before. Like, it's Cardano, and it was an old school drop, so it dropped an address. That's the most important thing. when he told me he dropping address, I'm a degen from Cardano. The first thing I did is like I waited for the address. And the minute I got the address, I sent my ADA. I waited for it like on exactly when it's dropped. And still I got it late because I didn't use data loss. That was my biggest mistake, not using a data loss.
Right.
People forget, but you know.
Yeah, it was my mistake too, Tal. But still, I got it like 2 hours and a half later.
2.5 hours.
Daedalus without help.
Together. We got it together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got it together. Yeah, and I agree. Like I lost the kind of like I'll say like reflex of using Daedalus all the time because we're not doing these kind of mints anymore, right? But
Yeah.
I was like, oh, dumb you, bro! You could have minted way faster by using Daedalus.
Not only
It
that,
makes
right?
much
But
more
like
money if you
loading
make
up data list takes a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like so much easier to just use Eternal now.
We're
Like I
talking
haven't
about
opened
the
my data
next
list
mint.
forever.
Ore. Like I just opened my Daedalus yesterday to upload it on my computer, so it will be ready for Ore.
Yeah, I need to do the
I
same.
wanna mint it first, and it's public and all these things. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I agree.
Makes a big difference. Makes a big difference. Huge difference when you get your mint early. Then you have, like you have many options available to you. When you get it late, then a lot of things have had happened. It's actually useful when you have like when you see what happened before listing, right? Because sometimes it doesn't shoot up. But most of the time, having it early is the best scenario it could happen. So
Definitely.
that's what Daedalus for the win.
sleeper dream.
Hey,
Get
this
it
would be
before
fire.
anybody else.
It is that
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, absolutely.
You guys, we have Marcus here. If we're ready to go ahead and add him in, Marcus from Introverts. He's here to tell us a little something about the project and something coming up. Can't wait to hear what he has to say. So let me go ahead and add him in.
Yep, he's gonna update us on the cosmic paper. What's going on, Marcus?
Yo,
What's
what's
up,
up,
Marcus?
Marcus?
What are you doing it? Who is the masked guy? Oh, it's Ada, man. Okay.
Hey, man, hope your kids ain't watching.
That's
They won't know who he is.
What's going on, Marcus? How we doing, my brother? It's been a while.
perfect. Better now. Egos, Daily Upgrade, Chronic, Tal, Chrissy, Ada, man. How are you doing, guys? What a
Vibing, bro.
day today, huh? What a crazy day with the Nets.
No, it's been wild, brother.
What
How you
think
doing,
about it,
man? I
Marcus?
know
What you
you
think
just
about
like
the
us.
Wait. Someone asked the question. What I think about what?
What you think about these mints, man? What's your thoughts on it? You said it's a crazy
Oh,
day, so take me through it. What's crazy?
Yeah, I went to some spaces today. I went to 3 spaces and I heard people talking about it and I talked a little bit. Also, I went to Spanish spaces to talk a little bit in Portuguese too, Portuñol, which is my language here. So let's see. Like Jesus minted today, Fluffy minted today, Kirai minted today, and
Mhm.
Bitboy minted today. Right. The first thing, why everyone is minting on the same day? That's the first thing I don't understand why.
I don't even know these projects.
Okay, yeah.
That's how bad it is. Like I don't even
You don't even know.
worry about it.
So yeah, and Jesus is a project that's been there for a long time, and it's from the guy from he does a really famous
Adventure Time.
cartoon, Adventure Time. Yeah,
Adventure Time, yeah.
yeah. So Jesus, he's been there for a long time, minting it
Jesus
at a
too,
good-
right?
Jesus too,
True.
yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
And then Beat Boys announced their mint date, and I believe Fluffy announced like the next day, doing the same day or something like that. And then Kirai had announced before them that they were going to do also on that day. I don't know if it's because of Cornucopia's mint. I don't know if it's because or is minting next. I don't know why, but like one of the things that and I answered this question sometimes 2 times already, like what would I do differently in Introverts? And for sure I would, like, if I'm 99% ready to mint, or let's say 90% ready, and I still think I need 10% of more work, I would postpone my mint a little bit, because I think like changing the dates, if you have a good reason for it, if you are transparent about it, it's not that much of an issue if you made a good marketing, good job on marketing your project, and you trust in your guts, you know. So I think some of those projects there, they were really, really big, and they could maybe postpone it for a little bit, and then it was not going to be that of an issue. But also, I know some projects are building for so long time, they can't wait anymore without receiving any kind of funds, right? So
True.
there's that too, right? That's one, can be one of the issues too there. But the
But
first thing is
Marcus, you're giving here two bad strategies or two bad plans. So if you can postpone it and you need to postpone it, it's a problem. And if you are not ready to spend some money because you're gonna be delayed, that's another problem.
that.
So
Yeah.
you need to be ready for everything. And obviously, it's such a small businesses in the beginning. Yesterday, I saw something about Basie. This company is a year and 3 months old, and it's worth $4 billion. They have only 74 employees. It's so small. I don't know how many employees Introverts have, but I believe it's not more than 5 or 6.
Mhm.
This is tiny, small project. These people don't know how to maneuver money in tiny, small projects. It's better for them not to mint correctly, so they're gonna fade out anyway in the process.
Yeah, and look what happened today, and that's the other thing that I'm confused about it. Like Fluff, Bitboys reduced their mint, right? I think they reduced their supply in order to
Supply
sell
or
out.
the mint price?
The supply.
Okay, by
They
in the middle of the mint.
Yes, they cut their supply so they can
GG.
sell out, right? So Beat Boys did that. I think Kirai did that too, and
Oh
also
my god.
most probably Fluffy's gonna do that too.
Jesus
Terrible,
Christ.
man.
Yeah.
I'm sick of that, man.
So but like I'm not saying this is a good thing or a bad thing.
No,
I leave
Oh,
this
no, it's
for you
definitely
guys.
good.
it's a
But
bad thing.
that's the
No, I'm
other.
asking
That's cash
Dinan.
grabby. That's cash
No,
That's
no.
grabby.
it,
It just kind of shows that there is no need for these projects or want for these projects currently in the ecosystem. So it's
I
like
want to see Dinaz giving up 1,000 of her drawing. That's kind of to shoot her in the art or something. Like literally in not the art. It's she would never agree to something like that. She
Yeah,
did like almost 7,000 pieces, right? If you're gonna take like 2,000 pieces away from her, that's crazy. All the time
Yeah.
she spent. What's the reason? That's what. So there is no reason for so many in the beginning. So
you got to
Does
gauge.
it-
You have
does
to
it
gauge
also
your
not
communities,
affect the
man. You have
rarities?
to know. You have to know how many people are really going to be buying your project. And if you've been
that's it. Yeah.
building these communities for months, you should have a decent gauge at least. Okay, hey, I'm going to sell out these many or allocate this much for whitelist or however it goes. You feel me? But you would assume if you're building a project and you want it to be long term, you've thought about these things before you've even minted.
we talked today about raccoons. Look how smart he did it. He literally whitelisted everything. He gave as many whitelisted as he can,
Did
and
it
he
the
just
same way as
sold
Ugly did.
out before he even start to mint. He
You
almost
want to
sold
guarantee
out.
them sales, you know,
Yep.
and that's what the thing.
Guarantee
Like
them.
Fluffies was getting like over 1,000 interactions per, per tweet, right? And that's what shows how Twitter it could be very deceptive, right? I mean, now they barely sold out 2,400 NFTs. I don't know if they have a problem with the minter. All I see is 2,500 sold out. So if that tells me, obviously, there's a lot of
But
fluff.
Chronic, even if they have a problem in the minter, they have a problem.
Yeah.
If they didn't play, it's
No,
like
I know it's a
you're
lot of
ready to
fluff.
sell 5K and you can't sell 5K. It's even a bigger issue. Like
Yeah. It's tough, man. It's a tough situation. Like you said it well. We said like it's just not a need for it in the market. The market's speaking at the moment. It's not cornucopia stuff because Josh came on many Twitter spaces the last couple of days and it's been, speaking on to the community for multiple hours saying, look, we heard you, we pushing back. There's only doing the custom bubbles. We pushed back, we canceled 5 mints this year. So like the liquidity is not going to get sucked out by cornucopias like once thought. Like that's just not happening. So it's just people
one
just
second, cornucopia is not
Hey,
going to
What you
be.
mean?
I mean, they did
yeah,
it
they're
once.
only doing the
Doing it again.
custom, the
What you
custom
mean,
like
Chronic?
the OG custom like they're not minting like what we thought they were before.
No lands, no nothing that they said. They're not going to
They're
make
just doing the custom, like what they were gonna do for the OGs, the custom bubbles, like
The
kind of
domes, the domes, right? The
custom
domes,
dome,
domes.
kind of
Yeah.
like the
Well,
custom.
this is
bubble
the
jet.
No,
How
so
many
the
of those?
domes are the commercial land, right? This is what it is.
Yeah, but the point is they're gonna do one. It's not like it was before. They were gonna mint 5 more things in 2022, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Now they stopped that. So like that in the next
For
4 months, they were gonna mint 4 or 5 things. So they committed to doing that. They did say they had a year and a half, 2 years runway, with their 5 employees they're gonna hire. So a lot of clarification was told to the community via Twitter space if people were listening on Bourbon Space and Robin's impromptu space yesterday. Some really good info that got dropped. So
Great space. Great
Really
Yeah.
quick,
Great.
hey Chrissy, if you could take a peek at the private chat real quick, for the Twitch channel.
yeah.
But no, definitely some dope information was dropped yesterday in those spaces.
Yeah, just to clarify the information, Beat Boys they cut their mint to 5.5K, and yeah, they're locked the supply on 5.633
What
or
was the
something like
initial
that.
mint?
I'm trying to find what was like the original
Yeah.
when they told what was going to be the original, but it was more than that. It was more than that. And after they announced they were going to cut the supply, of course, sales just accelerated, right?
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, wouldn't you? I mean, that's obvious. That's just like, I mean, now will that sustain after mint? And
When it
with
comes down to
again,
cutting supply, it's not
yeah, your
always a
community
bad thing.
songs are
You know what I
good.
mean? Like it
Yeah,
depends.
yeah.
If your community
Why would
if
that
your
be a good?
community, so that's what I'm getting at. If your community votes for a burning of the rest of the supply, then and they're all cool with it, then potentially that might work out.
In one day, in less than 24 hours?
No, what I'm saying is, I mean, shit, nothing can really be put on a time frame.
Yeah,
But when it comes
What do
down
you
to
mean?
that seems like a
the team had
panic
a
move,
plan.
right?
The team had
It's
a
like a
plan.
panic
no,
move.
no,
Yeah.
definitely a panic move, right? But it's because you've realized, okay, raccoons minted out in 4 hours, and
Yeah.
we're not minted out. There's a clear issue there. You feel me? You guys had way more interactions on your shit
But
compared
this
to
thing they
raccoons.
have to sell out. What is this thing we have to sell out?
You do have
They
to
don't
sell out
have.
in this game.
No, come on, Daily. Some
do.
projects can take
No,
38
understandable.
hours.
We're talking about
Some can
secondary
take
though.
2 weeks too, and it's okay.
No,
Some can
for
take 2
sure,
weeks.
for sure. But
You
this is
need
not
to
a
sell out,
project that's
but it
going to be
doesn't
a
need to
2 week.
sell out now. That's
I don't think
another
this
thing.
is a 2 week mint out project type deal. You know what I'm saying? I think they've realized, okay, we had a clear goal. We wanted to make money here in a quick amount of time, and it's probably not going to
And
go
we
that
can
way.
take it, so we're selling
And then
out.
we can't take it. So let's just fucking do what we can. And instead of getting heat for not minting out, let's cut the supply, right? And then people can
And then
try and make
mint out.
their sales on secondary.
I think
That's
it's
usually
a
how
lot
it
about
goes.
building. It's a lot about building trust too. Like I remember we did a vote on that because Introverts was made for a 10K PFP collection, right? We started the project in October last year. Everyone was doing 10K. I think Havoc Worlds minted like a couple months before us, and they minted out fast with a 10K collection, right? And but at one point we kind of surveyed on Discord, and everyone, I think the vote who won was actually like 5K with a higher price. So it's we kind of got in the middle of that, like a lower price and 6.8K. But this shows a lot of trust, and maybe some people are not gonna like that because this team didn't foresee that circumstances, etc. There's also a problem, and Tal might agree with me on that, on how the project was. Okay, we're gonna lose 1,000 ADA, like 100,000 ADA. Say if they cut by 1,000, they were expecting 100,000 more ADA, right? Because Beat Boys was
Where
selling.
they getting the money from? Yeah.
So they need the money to build things. So maybe this can generate concerns from inside the community. Wow, you just lose 100,000 ADA. How are you going to build the stuff you said you're going to do? So it depends on the project, right? Depends on the project. If it's a game, if it's a project that clearly need that funding or has a clear roadmap of how they're going to use that funding, then maybe this can be fun. But at the end, like I think selling out for these projects right now was like the top priority, and they didn't. I think one of the things that impacted them is everyone minting at the same day. This was like I don't know. Even if they may, for example, postpone it for next Wednesday or whatever, you have your whole day for you, right? So a lot of people were minting Kirai. They were minting, waiting for Fluffies to figure the shit out. And there's no liquidity, man. You can't mint that much, Not everyone is Tal. you know, that can just mint
That doesn't
forever.
anymore too. That liquidity went to
You are
Ethereum.
not Tal.
Yeah.
You are not Tal's dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what y'all think about. Well, let's move on from him. That's crazy. You know, that's that foresight. You know, like to know, hey, I got 4 or 5 other projects minting the same day, and like AI's, you know, making a lot of points in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these projects don't offer anything after mint, so you know that's why people are now speaking with their wallet. Like that, you know, your ADA's going down. You know, you just don't want to just start throwing stuff away. We've seen enough markets in the last 8, 10, 12 months, we can kind of spot something away. And if it's not like an obvious sure thing, we're just kind of, sitting back. But because they do have other projects on the horizon, like, Ore, or real quick, I wanted Chrissy to touch on this Chill Kong. If you could pull that up, the Chill Kong sneak peeks real quick and everything, get a little sneak peek, and then we can.
Oh, no, don't start with
I don't want to talk much about
Let's
it.
go.
It's easy. Everybody get their opinion, like grown folks, and move on.
I saw your video.
That's AI.
I saw
I don't
you
need to say much.
Chrissy talking about it.
What up, AI?
Yeah, all right, brother. I appreciate you, dude. Appreciate the support. And,
Hey,
pull it up, Chrissy, and see, because they had, we had this is the thing as well. If you guys was not on Congress chat, the official mint is on JPG store on October 4th. Is going to be the public mint.
Oh, that's it. Now,
yeah.
Now we should use Daedalus combined with Nami to mint it.
Probably, I'm sure you do that, but yeah. So
how are they gonna do it? Like,
just I have no clue on that, Tal. That's for they're gonna have 4,888 on that public mint that day, and then 2-3 days prior to that, they're gonna have a screenshot for all your Kongs to see who's delisted, right? And then they're gonna airdrop the shroom one day after the public mint sells out, and then 48 hours later or less, you'll be able to consume them shrooms and do your own magic Kong. So it's confirmed today, a few hours ago on Twitter Spaces.
You said September?
No,
what is the date? Say it again. What is the date?
October
4th. Time, Chronic. That's a long time.
6 weeks, bro. You got a date?
It's like 2 days.
Do you? I mean, that's right before
CNFTCon.
Yeah. Right before CNFTCon. So that could be a win, and it could be a good thing. People could be, getting hype, consuming them shrooms. You know what I'm saying? Like the day of, or it could be a bad thing.
Gotta spend money to go to CNFTCon.
Exactly, and they have to be able to be on their computer.
It's not like liquid is free in the market. People are using their bread to go to Vegas.
Listen, pull that up
to me. I'm
gonna that up for everyone to kind of get up there
and
give their
I wish they didn't do all this announcing so soon. If you knew it was gonna take this long, like chill, like push it back some, because I just feel like it's been.
I don't like that timing at all.
Why you don't like it? It doesn't matter if we like it or not. The question if
I think it's fine, dude. Just put it out there and mint the things. And if people don't have
the last
who's gonna be at CNFTCon? You are minted from your phone. Like if you're not. If the mint is before you go to CNFTCon. If you want to eat,
no, but we're not talking about that. We're just talking about the money that's in the market. You feel me? Like it's not like it's a bountiful market at that point in time.
We have a mint price.
Not yet.
Yeah,
go down, Chrissy, please.
Yep.
You wouldn't mind. Try to go down.
I have just 2 things to say about the art. The last 2 are horrible. Horrible.
I think just I like the weed hat. I like the braids. And like I said before, I like all the other sneak peeks. The only one I don't like is the one that's a work in progress, which I think he spoke on. You feel me? So I'd have to disagree with you there, Tal. I think they're all fire, but that's just my personal opinion.
I like that one.
The droid is sick. I like
the droid's fire. All the ones that got sneak before that are fire, clean, and then I don't really think he should have released the sneak like that. He even said it in Discord himself. He fucked up and shouldn't have dropped a work in progress. It's facts. All the other shit is clean as hell, and that one just does not hit the same mark.
You talking about this one?
Yeah, that one.
I think it's different, and I think it's like they talked about today.
Look on the eyes. This is
he said it in Discord. He said it in Discord. It was a work in progress, and he shouldn't have released it.
it's also
okay.
levels of trip, right? You're on shrooms. He's making a story, right?
No,
He's like maybe
you're
bugging out.
you're reading too deep into it,
No,
Chronic.
I'm not,
Yeah.
brother. He was on Twitter Spaces today, and that's what was referenced, bro, by them. It wasn't that. That's what said it was, buddy. You know what I'm saying?
We're just talking about the art. We're not talking about the story behind the art. We're just talking about
But-
the art and how he sneaked it. That's the only issue. I don't care about the lore
I
behind
feel
it.
you, but
It's just like the
personally,
lore behind all the
I
other
like it,
pieces.
yeah.
Like it's a droid. You feel me? Like I
Look,
get
the
it.
chain is just
The chain is
outrageous, not
horrible.
it's
So
just not
was
chain is
not-
trash.
it just was not a good
I don't
sneak
like
peek
the train.
on 100. It was just not a good
Right.
sneak peek.
I don't like
Yeah.
And
Either
he
way.
admitted to
Does-
it. He admitted to it that he
and
shouldn't
the
have sneaked
second
it. It is
one
what it
too.
is.
You know, I want him to fix the what he gave us, and then he gave us something even worse.
I
This
like
is
the
look,
second one.
but this is look like version 1, like OG.
Oh, that's the thing too,
That's what
right?
I said. That's what I
It's
said.
Funnily
too much
enough-
OG for me.
Funnily enough, when Goose
That
brought
is
this up
the-
earlier,
yeah.
right? Like all the other sneaks, and I kind of vibe with that. I'm gonna be honest. I don't want it to go too crazy because if it goes too crazy, it might look like the one he fucking whipped. You feel me? And whipped
No,
means
but
work in
look,
progress.
this
That one is fine.
obvious.
That one is
This
fine.
is
You guys-
obvious. at
It's
drop,
regular. You know
drop.
what I'm saying? It's not like it's crazy. It's just
That's
just
not
another
OG. That's a
level.
sneak.
that's
How-
that's a sneak.
These
How
are all
come you guys
sneaks.
want
Well-
it to look like an OG? Because like, don't you want it to stand out a little?
Daily,
I
daily,
wanna
but
be
you
different.
always look on base C model, right?
Right.
Base C model is this cannot be even close to the original.
And that's
It
where I
needs to
think
be off,
that's where I
way
think
way off, and this is not off.
looking at it a little different, right? Not that it has to be off. The
Look
thing
on-
about what they did with their art is that it's a direct, like you can tell the artist who created Basie created Macy. You feel
yeah,
me?
I agree, but
Right.
it's so you cannot make a mistake. This
No,
is
you
an
can't.
OG.
No, you
This
can't.
is a not. Here with the braids, you can make mistake. It can be either or, and there is two more that you can say, okay, this is an OG. Oh no, it's not an OG. This is kind of something I don't like. I want a line. I want you to draw a line for me. This is OG. This is not OG. Here, it's kind of in between. Oh, I'm OG. Oh, I'm not OG. Oh, what it is? Let me check. Let me check the policy. When I do that, I don't less like it.
See, but it's almost like people really liking the mutant art and realizing that it is a different collection, but still going ahead and buying it regardless of it being the OG. You know what I mean? Like there's
I
a clear
agree,
difference.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? You can see the art. It's like, okay, what is this? This doesn't seem like the same collection, but it is. I think just how they're planning to go about specific styles, right? Like, so I think the style currently for Kongs is always like a chill vibe. You feel me? It's always been that. So to make it like super extreme mutations just doesn't like, to me, doesn't feel like it fits. To go ahead and have like what the android looks like, I think that's a perfect mutation. You feel me? I think even the braids one. Now the braids one is kind of low key. You feel me? There's not a lot going on. It's literally just a different fur. But I do like the hat. You feel me? So the hat I do think is a nice upgrade to what it was previously. So that's the weed hat. You know what I'm saying? So now the weed hat is actual weed on your head. So like that kind of upgrading of traits is what I like to see.
Daily, the fur is
No,
not-
and that's why
It's
that's
like
why I agree with
braids.
you.
It's
I
braiding.
agree
He's
with
got a
you.
lot of hair, and he's just tying his hair,
No,
his
no,
chest
but like-
hair in a
but
braid.
like
That's what
that-
he's
no,
doing.
no,
Johnny,
but
Like,
like
his
Tal is
chest hair,
saying,
he's got
OG,
so
dude.
much hair,
yeah, but like
yo.
Tal is saying, it's basic. It's nothing.
It's nothing crazy
It's
special.
not trippy. Where is the
Right.
trippy? It should
But
be
that
a
shit-
I'm with
trippy.
you, but
But
I
no,
also
I-
don't want I don't want crabs coming out my chest.
I mean, but
and
you like
stuff
the fucking gold one. What are you talking about?
I like the gold one, brother.
That might as well be crabs
I
coming
like
out your
that
chest.
one. I like that one. I think they
Only thing
need
I
some
don't like
variety.
Okay, I like. If you ask
That's
me
the
what I
honey one.
like about the gold one,
Not honey, it's
I
smelting
know
gold.
it's trippy. I know it's mutant. That's the only thing I like it. I
That's
know
what's
it's
up.
not one of
Marcus,
the
what's
OGs.
your opinion, bro, on this?
It's
bring
hard,
Marcus into
man,
this,
because
I'm bringing Marcus in this
Don't bring
because
Marcus
I don't
into
know
this,
if you're a
bro.
Kong holder, Marcus, because it's not
Oh,
subjective.
yeah,
I
of
mean,
course,
art is
for
subjective.
sure. He's a degen.
I
You
am.
gonna
I am.
put him on
I
the spit.
have.
That's crazy.
So how we feeling?
But I know they're Brazilians, right? I know Deckard is working super hard on this for months, and I think the thing here a lot has to do with, of course, expectations. Like it's so much time people are waiting to see those. They created all this kind of crazy ideas in their minds because it's a mushroom, right?
Right.
So because if it was a banana, people were maybe being okay of those not being too crazy, but it's a mushroom, right? So people began, wow, it's going to be trippy and different. And
That's a
maybe
great point.
the team is also like, should we go that far? Should we not go that far? Should it be like OG or not OG? How far should we get from the OG? You know, because I think Daily Upgrade gave a good point, right? If people can't recognize if it's an OG or not, then maybe it's a problem. You know, maybe it's going to be a problem if they feel like they're part of the same collection. You know, gave their example of the mutants, the Bored Ape, right? It's super different, right? So I think they're trying to find a sweet spot. And I was hearing Deckard speaking on Discord, like he was speaking freely with people, and people were giving feedback to him, and he acknowledged that. He said, yeah, and he said something. Daily, I think, was there. He had something regarding the feel of it, right? I don't feel it yet. He didn't say like, oh, this is a work in progress. He didn't say it like that. He put it like, I
It
don't
wasn't
feel it yet.
ready to be
You know, yeah,
shown. Yeah.
it doesn't have the feeling that I want it to have. You know, he said that. So this one specific, this one with the gold thing, it
Yeah.
still doesn't have the feel of the artist. And I can say
Right.
here on Introverts, like we posted sneak peeks that aren't part of the collection anymore. We did that, right? But I think we were another case, right? With Shield Kongs, you also have to be careful. You know, every bomb you drop, it's a bomb, right? People are gonna say a lot of stuff about it.
And
So, but I
especially when
think,
you have a slower ecosystem like Kongs, like it's not
yeah,
like there's a
of
lot
course.
going on. This is one of the bigger things happening. So if you're gonna be dropping
What is
hype
the bigger?
inducing,
That's the only thing
yeah,
happening
if
right
you're
now.
gonna be dropping hype inducing posts, you gotta be hitting. Like you can't let one fall off.
Facts, Daily,
And I
facts.
would look if I were them, I would look at Clay Nation, GC Clay's drop, right?
These three is too high.
It's different.
Unfortunately,
It's different,
for now.
Marcus, because GC is a collab, and they kind of like said, "What Good Charlotte?" They have this punk rock, gothic imagery, right? So
Yeah.
there's a common characteristic in the whole collection. We can see
Clay.
that they all make sense, Clays, right? Whereas when
Yeah,
I
it's
look at these
Halloween. It's
trippy
Halloween
Kongs,
right there.
then
It's
I
Halloween.
see ones that are super chill stone Kongs, right? And I see like a radioactive crazy one, like we're seeing here, right? So there's an
Yeah.
inconsistency in the collection. I still don't get it. I still
Yeah,
don't
that's the
see what.
thing.
Now,
What is the trippy part?
as
Yeah.
the inconsistency, right? Like I don't think it's too bad to have something like
Yes.
that's the rarest. Like when you look at the furs, those
Yeah,
are some of the rarest furs. So
yeah.
as
Is it one
a
of the rarest?
that's like gold in the skin. So
Oh, okay. Yeah.
when you look at the traits that potentially would create more excitement or have people want to buy these bigger pieces, you want something that's going to be crazy. You feel me? Because it's gonna be like what Mega Mutants are. You feel me? For the
Yeah.
mutant collection, and those look nothing like the entire mutant collection.
And Deckard,
So
told about, like, he told on Discord, he said it's very difficult to judge like the feel of the whole collection without seeing it, right? So I think we also, in this case here, I really trust the artist, right? In this case here. So I'll trust him, even though maybe I don't like a sneak peek or not. I trust him, and I trust him even more after he went to Discord. He talked with the community himself like a day later, and he acknowledged that it needed some work. He
yeah,
acknowledged the critics of the people, and I think this is the right thing to do. I just wish they had more time to be more with us, and to participate more in Congress, etc. I'm sure they will make some time in this next month to kind of be there with the community, and because I think by them, like when I mean them, the artists, etc., being there and representing, I think it also helps chill out a little bit more. I think it's needed. I think they need that. And hopefully they will. Hopefully Deckard will appear more once he got like the collection done. Oxy and everyone will
I
show up.
think I think
I'm
one
sure it
thing
will.
that we have to realize is that Kongs has been around for coming up on a year now. You feel me? So Deckard has been there, and I'll always put that out there. Deckard has been around for the community, whether it is listening or tapping in whenever there's a question. He's there for sure. As far as like this secondary collection, I don't know if we need more interaction, but I like what they're doing. They're communicating with us as far as the art angle. A lot of people voiced that they were not feeling that sneak peek, and he instantly came back and said, look, this is what happened. I'm still working on it, and we're gonna figure out how to make it better. And that's usually how it's been for Kongs. We get listened to, and I think that's why the community enjoys it so much, because we don't want all the extra shit. Like, we want to continue having the same vibes we've had since last year, and we just want to continue growing this community without any extra bullshit. So they've been listening to us about that. And as far as the art, which is one of the biggest parts of the collection, I think listening on that tip is even more important.
Yeah,
And
and
Way to
also
go.
the slowest ecosystem by far. They are the slowest. They really
Oh
chill.
yeah.
They
Oh yeah.
took their
They
name
don't do
it
anything.
like
really
next
chill.
level.
Yeah.
Very chill.
They
Yeah.
elevated nothing in a year, like literally nothing. I'm saying it like
No, it's
this is
facts.
a big plus for me. If you don't do shit and your
And your
for
community is
fun
that
going
strong.
up and
Come
everything
on.
is strong and community is strong, like
Yeah.
what else do you need? Just
Chilling.
a
I mean,
drug.
how
Like
long did they
they
push
didn't
these
do
numbers
nothing.
Now long term, right? Like, actually building a brand, you need more. That's just a fact.
No, we know
But
that, but
when it comes down
we
to
know
like
it's a good
how
start.
right,
It's a
and when it
very
comes
good
down to
start.
how early
We
we
got
are
nothing and it's
in
just work.
Cardano, we don't have any brands yet.
sure.
You feel me? Like, they're building. Like, I'm not gonna
Well,
say, like, you feel me, but we don't really have a cemented brand, like, let's say a
You have the
Basic
clays, but it's still
look,
not
what we
there.
or a
what
World
we
of
do
Women.
know is this, y'all,
It's
on
not
this
there yet.
subject. We need Deckard to come through. The expectation need to be tempered, and we need him to come through. We need the community to love it. We need the OGs to appreciate it, and that's all there is to it. It's gonna mint out, public, no doubt. Hopefully, JPG Mint can withhold that, capacity that's about to come. It's like going to be like a train coming in, I think. So we'll go ahead and see that. Let's just jump off this subject, and if y'all can, man, what we thinking about NFTs losing steam? Do y'all think NFTs are losing steam? Or you think it's just people are getting a little scary with the market and stuff? What are you guys thinking?
Bear
Uh,
market,
Bear
bear market, bear
yeah.
market. People are upset. People are just trying to put anything together right now at this point. You seeing people not even putting real effort in and just minting and just okay, it's not working. Slice of demand, slice of supply. Okay, it's not working, and then that's the same people that do another project and another project. It's getting kind of like not even saturated. Just like I'm exhausted. I'm
the
tired.
standards feel like
The standards are just dropping. You can just do whatever you want.
We
But at the end of
didn't
the day,
even know what's minting today. That's how bad it is.
yeah, you don't even
We
know
don't
what's
even try.
you
Like
don't
this
even
is
know
how
what's
bad it is. We don't
But
even
it's
try.
because they're not even really pushing out their product like that. Like,
they're not
to be
trying to.
honest,
It's
like,
like
yeah,
lazy, right? I feel like it's lazy.
they're staying within their little bubbles and trying to sell to their small little community. It seems like.
Yeah.
What? But how can they sell 5K and make money? Like that, I
they're
don't see
not.
it work.
They're just trying to make money though. Like, go
They
ahead.
just it's so cash grabby to me.
Do it.
Like,
It is.
what are you doing with this money? What are you building with cutting the supply like drastically like that? I mean, the
I
whole
see it.
market has slowed down,
I
anyways,
see it
right? That
two
was
ways.
People are angry though. Twitter's angry. You know what I mean? Like the whole
no,
market
like the whole
The
market is
bear
angry right
market
now,
is
right?
angry.
Bear
Yeah.
market is
angry,
angry,
man.
bro.
Everyone's mad.
I was checking gas today. It was almost like zero. It was like almost free. No one is
Zero. Gwei
interacting.
was zero today twice.
Yo, did y'all see?
No way is interacting with the blockchain anymore.
Right.
It's
Not
crazy.
not only that, when you look on bear market like that, last time we had the bear market, it was the gobbling time, like all the crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now after
yeah.
they did that,
We've been in
no
a
one
bear market
innovated
since
something
then.
different, something new. There
We've
is
been in the
nothing
bear
new.
market since then. If you remember what happened before Goblin Town, it was the whole Luna shit, and that
Yeah.
sent us
Exactly.
into
And
a
then the bear
complete
market.
That
downward.
was yeah.
Analyst.
But we've been in a fucking bear market ever since last year. So it's like
Absolutely. I think we've been in the
we've
bear market
just been
starting
playing.
December. Yeah.
We've just
I'm
been
just
playing with
thinking
the
about
same
people like
capital.
Marcos and us. We're building here, like doing stuff around. What's gonna happen in a bull market? Like we don't really know. I think that this time it's gonna be crazy. Um, let's see.
What's the
I'm
price of ADA? What's the
I'm
price?
kind of
of
on the opposite side of that whole argument with NFTs losing steam personally, right? Just because I feel like a lot of Cardano users only look at Cardano. I always say that. So NFTs are losing steam on Cardano 100%.
on
But in
Ethereum as well? Did you see all the blue chips are down?
so
They're
here's what
down
I'm
bad.
saying, right? So here's what
All
I'm
of
saying,
them.
right? When you talk about
Last
losing
time it
steam,
didn't happen.
talking about making money, you feel me? If I can still turn a profit, to me, it's technically not lost steam. If I'm not able to mint something and get money from it, then yeah, we've lost steam. We're in a full bear market for NFTs, but
Don't
there's
forget
still
space
Well, if that's
budget.
the
Yeah.
case,
there's still
Cardano's
Yeah,
not
space
really
budget.
losing
Even
steam
Xbox,
either.
this is
I
still
mean,
huge.
it's about mints. So, like,
no.
yeah,
That's
I
what I'm
think you
saying.
win.
So when it comes down, that's what. But that was what I was saying. I'm on the opposite side of that. When it's
Yeah, for
NFTs
sure.
losing steam, I don't think that's the case. You have shit like, you feel me? ETH mints that will rip to 1 ETH and fall. You feel me? It is what it is. It's not like they're creating blue chips, but there's still money in this market to be made. As far as losing steam, I think it's just par for the course. We're in a bear market. Nobody's making money.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aaron put a good point. Cowboys of Crypto is cracking everybody in the chat. Appreciate y'all. AI, DA.
AI is there. Wow.
Yeah, Aaron made a good point, and like daily you watch that outflows, a lot with ETH and where stable, and he's saying a lot's going into stable coin. So, if you go up,
I think one good example we can see how like it's not like NFTs are losing steam, etc. Let's see raccoons, right? I think raccoon is a great example of that. It's a mint that was more than 100 ADA. Mint, they are now still on 2x the mint price on a market like that. And why is that? Like, look who is the founder of the project. It's Timmy, right? Timmy is the guy who's pretty much everywhere. Guys, Timmy reached me out a month before Mint, so they could be in our spaces, right? Look how crazy is that? And that guy has a YouTube channel. He knows all YouTubers. He
Knows how to
was
network.
to be in our spaces, man. And I told Timmy, I said, Timmy, do your thing. When you're near Mint, come to us and I get you, and you can get whitelist for a whales, right? I have a chat with him about that. It's better instead of like raffling whitelist, all the whitelist to our community, give some to our whales who want, and then you raffle the rest, right? It's going to be better for him to have his good guys on his project. So he understood that also. And also what they did, like they try to innovate on their collection. They are not doing the same thing everyone was doing. So if there's a lot of supply, if there's a lot of builders, you have to innovate to survive, right? And so we get even better projects and better collections and better. So what they did, they kind of cut this mint into 3 parts, right? So everyone who holds raccoons today, okay, D Nice is watching us. She's out of town. She's out of town, and I gave her the link so she could watch me. Hi, D Nice.
I didn't know.
She's the artist for Introverts, guys.
Yes.
And so in raccoon, like you have to hold a certain amount of raccoon to get whitelist for the other drop, right? It's the same thing that Jelly Cubes did, and they were successful. You hold a Jelly Cube, it's on a whitelist for their next drop. So they
And this is something that's kind of the norm. You feel me? When you take it from ETH, at least most of these ideas are taken straight from ETH.
Okay.
Fucking some of the best projects are whitelisting individuals who have this specific NFT. You feel me? If you have an ape, you're whitelisted. If you have
I heard that. Yeah.
Adonuts
Clays,
did that.
Clays
Bourbon
are
did
the
that.
same.
Adonuts
If you
did
think
that,
about
right?
Clays, you have an OG, you minted the good Charlotte, then you minted 2 lens. If you had 1, you get 3 later. He did the exact same thing, just in a different way. But Clays, our biggest NFT, if you look on it, this is how it starts. You have an OG, you get a good Charlotte, then you get 1 Underworld and 1 Sonic, and if you have luck, you can get the baked as well.
yeah,
So
and that whole mindset is straight from base C too. So it's like
everything is from base C. Again, lately I really in deep there, so
you start realizing that, Tal.
more and more understand how it's really built.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a blueprint too. So
Yeah,
if
everyone
you
uses
do
it.
it right, the whole point is that
music.
look on Clays. If you really do it right, your ecosystem gonna be out of this world. But
Right,
it's
but you have
really
to
hard to
be
execute.
different. You know, you
That's
have to
the
be
really
different. You can offer the same kind of things that people find valuable, right? But it doesn't mean you have
Different
to make an
blockchain.
ape.
That's it.
This doesn't mean you have to make an ape. You know what I mean? You have to be
Exactly.
innovative, have something different, and still offer value back to your community, and that will get you to win.
Yeah, so
It's not
this
easy, though.
makes like you're not gonna sell your raccoon, right? Because you want whitelist, and this is the thing that they did that's also innovative too. Even if it's other ETH project did it, you get a better raccoon, right? You get a tier 2 raccoon, and then you get an even better raccoon. So their whole collection to get the rare pieces, you need to hold the least rare, in quantity. So that's
Yeah.
clever. That's different. And people might say, oh, they minted because there were no project minting. It's not because of that, and they
You would have
also,
meant it no matter what.
yeah, they're
Timmy,
going to mint out no
That's
matter what.
another thing. But why? If you look on their plan, they waited for a time that be the best for them to mint. When
Yes.
when more
Just
people mint,
smart.
this is another. This is like, what is your decision making? How you make your decision? You make your decision correctly and right. You're not gonna have problem to mint. You mint with other 4 projects on the same weekend.
It,
Good
it was closed though. It was closed because Cornucopias announced their mint right after. Like, just imagine if Cornucopias just woke up and was like, "We're gonna mint
Look,
today."
Timmy have the ability and the understanding as a DJ himself. You said, okay, cornucopias in minting, let me hold off 2 more months. And he would do
Yeah,
that if he needed to.
yeah, we do that.
If he needed to, he
Yeah.
will do it.
Yeah, and they had problems with their mint, right? It was super, super slow.
Right.
So, but they managed to mint out and everything. But yeah, there's an example, right? If you have to be innovative in a bear market, you have to push the limits of. You can't do the same stuff people are doing, right? That's it. If you do that, if you do something innovative, if you create new things, it will excite the same buyers, because what happens in a bear market is there's less people joining in and people leaving, right? So, but if the people that stay, you can excite them with something new. This is awesome, and yeah, I think raccoons is a good example that we're in a bear market, yeah, but they did it. They are doing pretty well.
And they
Yeah.
made people money too. So
We all made money. I mean, if you saw anybody, everyone who bought, who minted, made money. Like, that's just it. No matter how long it took you to get it, and that's all that matters. And if you pick and select these right projects, you can still make money in the bear market. So
yeah,
we
so
all made a nice little chunk, and we still hold. So you got to hold 3 raccoons to mint 1 tier 2, 2 tier 2s to get that 1 tier 3 raccoon mint. So it's like that 6-2-1 method that Timmy got. So we still hold. We're gonna hold. Not we got. We're gonna get some. I'm holding for the whitelist too, man, for sure. And man,
Aaron, you see my sound looking better, right, man? You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm ready to roll again, man. I'm ready for all this.
that's the shilling clip real quick.
I'm ready.
yeah,
I'm ready.
told you, bro.
That's the shilling
What
clip.
up, Timmy?
Timmy's here.
Hey,
Timmy's here.
Timmy's popping
Yo,
in.
Timmy, come on up, big dog.
Come on in, Timmy. Come
You
talk.
want to pop in? Pop in, Timmy. It's only gonna be. We're gonna.
Give
And then
him
Mark,
his time.
want to
Give
hear
him his
about
time.
you.
It's everywhere, guys. I told you,
Sometimes
it's
the after
everywhere.
effect is a drain out, and you need like a week off. I think Marcus can talk about it too. It's like after you mint out, you like
It's a
you
lot of
want to
energy.
jump to a pool
You're
and
dead.
stay there for a
Yeah.
while.
There's
Yeah.
no
It's
adrenaline.
like making a big trade, man. You feel tired afterward.
Yep.
I know I do.
Yeah, and
Yo,
guys,
Timmy,
Timmy did it himself.
Yeah.
He's the one behind the mentor. He did it everything. And I think I talked with someone today. Like, the problem is to have a big mint like that, you need extra nodes, you need a lot of stuff, etc. But I think no one lost their transaction, right? The transaction were put in perfectly
fine,
in a
man.
line. The problem was just the time, I think. And
I think
they
there
responded to
were a
tickets,
few
everything.
issues here and there.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
nothing crazy.
I got a
yeah,
question.
not crazy. Yeah, yeah. It
Go
was only
ahead.
the time
You
of
raising your hand, bro? It's not school. Go ahead,
Me
talk.
raising my hand because I want to jump in. I want y'all to we have to be honest about everything. There wasn't a good mint. There's no excuse for that. Y'all can't say it's Cardano. I know Daly said, "Oh, it's Cardano." And I used to. No, that's not. That's not a good mint. That's
I meant time, and I'll say it again. It's definitely Cardano.
That's not. But we can't say that's what.
No, I'm saying the timing of it. Not that it's good, right? But the timing,
What do you
like
mean?
how long it took to receive assets. Were we expecting something different? The
Yeah,
chain
I
was
mean,
fucking.
other mints do it better. Yeah,
The
absolutely.
chain was at 90%, like over 90% load. Like this is
What
how it goes.
what I want to say is that we can't, just pass it by. It was a mess.
No, I'm not passing it by, but you have to be realistic about it, right? Like the chain was overloaded.
It's unacceptable. Period. No matter what, whatever you're trying to say, it's unacceptable to me.
Nah,
But
bro.
like I said, I mean, it is water under the bridge, but we are talking about that. But like Timmy just said,
What you say basically one multi-sign. He wants you to actually assign it and get the asset immediately. And
It's
that's
not
a multi-sign, and it just will take longer. I understand what you're saying.
So we clearly need an explanation from Timmy, because some of it was controlled slowness, some of it is not, right? There have been other issues that some people talked about that we're not going to address here until we have Timmy, right? Some kind of like issues with minting and whatever. But it's not. I wouldn't say it was like a flawless mint. We can't say that. I agree with.
No.
I agree with Goose. Yeah.
Listen, people were upset. It's over now. I mean, for the most part, like I guess the craze about it is down. But since we are talking about it and everything, I am going to step in and say it wasn't. If any other project does it, it'd be the same thing. I want to be equal to everybody. It wasn't good, but Timmy, we know what Timmy's doing. Timmy apologized, said it's going to be 100 times better, whatever the case is. So that's dope. So I'm behind that.
Our project has problems with minting, right? What
Right.
I'm
We have-
saying.
You had a problem, right? Marcus had a
That's what I'm saying. Like everything happens. The people that get pissed off that the people that get mad at the mint, or the people that are trying to flip to get your bags, your floor prices dropping. That's it. And like you're losing value on your buy. That's just
but that's what I was mentioning.
that's
Like, why
okay,
would you
though.
get
But
why
that
would
is
you get
okay to
mad
be
on your
upset
mint
about.
when we're fucking aware of how this shit goes, right? And that's why I was gonna say there's multi-sig, right? There's Pluto smart contract, right? And then there's fucking address sense, which is how we did this shit last year. You get me? When it comes down to it, what's the quickest? We know it's multi-sig, but it's not the best. So people are trying to innovate and create different ways to mint out.
Yes,
We're gonna
exactly.
have down the line where people don't need to go through NFT Maker. They're just gonna make a smart contract. So that was this being shown. Now, as far as it being good or bad, comes back down to trying something new. I'll give that. But the chain was at 90%. I even said before you tapped in, right, that there was some issues. There were some fucked up mints. You feel me? Some people did mess up with their TXs and had to file tickets and all that shit. So it wasn't completely seamless. There were definitely issues. But as far as the tech and what was implemented, I don't think you can be mad at that, because who else is really putting out Pluto smart contracts for minting?
Great job, Timmy. Great, and trying to innovate, but it didn't go as planned. Period. And I'm not going to make an excuse for that. It wasn't a good mint.
It's not an excuse. It's just
you cannot make an excuse for it. Period. Like,
I'm not making an excuse.
Because no one is, and the whole thing, no one is.
Timmy's project is great. He's dope. He has good he has a good structure and a good plan, and it's new. Hasn't been done on Cardano, but you can't just say, yo, all right, go ahead, man. It's good. It's good. Like, you can't do that. People were upset.
No, nobody's saying that, though.
It's just like this, though. It's different, though, in my opinion. If you're gonna complain, bro, with a 100% or an 80% gain, like, geez, Louise, bro, go somewhere else. Like, I get it if you losing, but bro, you still doubled your money. Like, be quiet and move on, bro. You feel me? Like, you be blessed that you were in that position to mint.
I'm fine.
But like, I get you on the other end. I'm being
people. That's selfish to think like that. I can't think like that.
I'm with you though, Goose. But everyone who
that's where I disagree with you, bro. Because none of this shit is fair or unfair. You either get it or you fucking don't. Like,
I mean, when someone's promised to get,
I'm just telling you where I come from with it. Everybody who got whitelist on that project got it. You feel me? So it's not even like that.
True.
Who didn't?
That's not true. I'm not gonna say their name. There's multiple people that said they didn't get their whitelist.
They said one person.
I'm not trying to dig into this whole thing, though. I'm just saying
that. Like I mentioned, right? There was a lot of fuck ups. If that's one of them, then for sure there was a lot of missed. You feel me? Issues that happened. As far as what this chain is about or what NFTs are about, bro, it's not fair, bro. It's about who the fuck gets there first. That's how it's always been. So if you get there first, you make your money first. It's across the board. It's the same. Flips happen in the first 10 minutes of a project hitting whatever secondary. You feel me? You're not gonna get that fucking mint if you don't get it first.
Marcus had the same issue when he came out. Introverts, right? People were upset, and it's just part of the game. You got to deal with what's going on. It's being addressed. We're addressing it. I'm addressing it. I have a voice. I'm on this damn whatever YouTube. Whatever, and I'm gonna talk about it. I can't keep quiet about it. I'm gonna say, yo, this
no one's keeping you quiet.
Bashing the project. I'm saying it's a dope project that was messed up, and it's not about being because if you're a flipper, you want to get in, get out. Because I was fine, I'm fine.
But what's the other issue then?
Because people could want to see what they got, and they maybe want to mint again, or they want to see what they got and go to
Yeah,
secondary.
but G, I
It's
know,
not
but you
just about
can't have
making
it
money,
like
all
that
of it.
always. You know, I
Yeah,
think it's just
Yeah, cool.
you're
Listen,
making
I'm
money.
okay with it, but y'all are making y'all like, oh, don't worry
No,
about it.
it ain't
no. Nobody said don't worry about it, but I think you're trying to be pampered type shit. Like
even with Marcus's thing, right? I minted, right? Chrissy and I both had whitelist. I minted. We still hold 2. I had to buy one because I sold for like what was mint 60, Marcus? I sold red flame eyes. Jesus, 58. I sold one for like $7.99. 8 something 6. I made like 2,508, and I'm like, damn, I gotta go buy one. So me and Christy both have 2 now and a membership card, and I made money. Like, what? I don't care how long it took it to get it. Like, luckily I didn't get all floors, and then I had to sell them. But even then, the floor price was what,
even then, you
118,
were still up.
120.
Eden
That's
say
the
it. Eden explain it better. Eden 7, shout out. Say it the best than anybody else. You are complaining, not making money on someone else's work for 7 months. You complain that you waited for 3 hours for someone else's work to make money on it, and you still crying that it's not good enough. Are you kidding me? Like,
If it takes 24
they
hours,
worked,
it
they
should
built it,
24 hours.
they made you the option to make your money, and you complain on making money, like really easy money. Like, you didn't really did nothing.
You want Cardano to
You've waited
go
more than
somewhere, but
24 hours for a mint, bro. Like,
you want to accept 24-hour mints. Like, what?
bro, but you've waited more than 24 hours for a mint. This isn't your
Yeah,
first
but
time.
that's not something that's
So no. I'm not saying it like that. I'm saying it like you're saying like it's brand, bro. This is fucking. This is how it goes. Like,
this is not normal,
bro.
And hopefully it won't be in the
It is.
future, though. But it has been, though.
Yes,
You
it
feel
is.
me?
This is not.
It has been
It's not
since
my
I've
normal.
been in the scene, though. Since I've been in the scene,
Y'all
since
y'all
November, it's been that way. Like, address mint, we didn't win. Chrissy's faster was me. I had Daedalus, she didn't. I won. It's all about who's the
Okay,
fastest.
hold on. Let me play the devil's advocate
Beat
here.
your data list.
Address mint. We remember the address mint for ADA knots? It was super fast, right? It was really super fast. So the chain was more active than what it is right now.
Guys, this
That was a
was
different
the
mint.
only mint
It was a
in the
different,
last
yeah.
4 months.
Different
Wild
mint.
things.
We
Shout
have
out
to
to
be.
Pickles
We
Squad.
have
Like,
to be. All right. If we're gonna talk about this subjectively, you have to bring all the facts into it. Okay. How many
Yeah.
Plutus smart contract mints have there been? Not
None.
many. Okay.
No,
other
no.
than fucking the shit that Aless did. So to compare it to something like, and not to come at you, Ada, man, but like,
No, that's good.
the multi-sig, wasn't it?
It was no, I don't think so.
No,
I think
address drop.
I think just yeah, address drop.
Address drop.
All right, so
Yeah.
get some insight on that for sure. But as
Yeah.
far as
So
like,
see what I mean? Daily, not the Plutus part. Just like the speed for that transaction coming back and the congestion of the blockchain. It was pretty fast.
Timmy did
went
Plutus
really
mint,
fast.
right?
yeah,
I don't even. You all shut up. Like, even you, Gus. I'm sorry. No one did Plutus mint so far.
that's what
Like,
I'm saying. Like,
Exactly. No, that's
fucked up
brand new.
to go that
Like,
way, and
people
especially like,
say he's doing it manually. Oh, he's doing it manually. Congratulations. At least he can do it. Let's start with that. Say thank you, he can do it.
If I'm spending money,
Don't get me wrong. I'm just mentioning that there was an address drop mint that was fast by Cyberpickle. I'm saying that it was a different.
What is Cyber
They
Pickles?
really were they were. This was the nicest mint I think we all almost ever did on Ethereum. Even if you take it was really, really, really smooth.
Yeah,
the only one that we had.
And the reveal was smooth too.
And then to what did they really use? Like, what is Cyber Pickles minting service? It's probably not just an address. Like, this was an address mint for Timmy, but it was a Plutus smart contract mint.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's not like
it's
not like it's just tied. Like, address means it's an address mint, like we were doing fucking 10 months.
Yeah. It's basically like doing basic vending machine versus
type shit, vending machine.
Smart contract,
You've
right?
already minted, yeah, and that's why they come so quick. All of these assets have already been minted. It's not like they're being rolled out randomly, like with what happened with that Plutus script. All of those are random mints being rolled out. When you have all right, for sure. When you have a vendor system, though, like, you're not minting those assets then and there. Those are pre-minted.
On the fly, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Those are pre-minted, and then whoever pays gets a lot of that mint. So it's not like that's not something I like. I don't want the collection to be pre-minted and then sent to me afterward. That's not NFTs.
Yeah, so
I'll just
So
say,
actually, I think most of the slowness that happened is probably on the back end side of things. It's not it's not a blockchain itself, right? I think it's the processing on the minting service on the Pluto's minting is something new that Timmy is getting familiar with. Probably they have been he's just experimenting it for the first time. So I think this is where the problems occurred. I don't think
Right.
it was the blockchain really, because the
Yeah,
blockchain was pretty chill the whole day.
and in Brazil we have a saying here, like you gotta make a lemonade out of the lemon, right? And I think Timmy came here and Timmy told next drop will be much better, so he knows some mistakes, or at least something will get better for the next drop. Doesn't matter the congestion, right? But he came here and he said it, right? And I think the way he handled that, a lot of people, most of the people, not everyone he does, of course, but most of the people kind of saw how good it is to have the leader of the project like answering everyone and tickets, and I'm doing this, I'm trying to fix this, and etc. And it kind of reminded what happened to us, like
Yeah.
we were there like for I don't know 3 days without sleeping, trying to speak, talking in Discord with our community. It was crazy, addressing like 100 DMs, and people still remember how the hard work that we did to fix everything. And our problem was much worse than what happened in Timmy's Mint, much worse. But I think like we kind of it made our community more resilient. It made me closer to the people that were feeling that. And I think in the end, and I said this on Blake's NFT the other day, I was having an interview with him. In the end, that helped our community to be more resilient. It's kind of like Cardano. It's so much fun. Everyone like, okay, you leave. You don't want to be part of this project in the long term. You leave now. There's more people wanting to come in. And fortunately, our art is so amazing because of D-Nice. A lot of people wanting to get in, right? People were buying zombies for 700 data without seeing them on PoopM. That's mental, right? That's crazy because they love the art, they love the concept of it, right? And I think it's the same like when your leadership goes there and say, I'm gonna fix this, and you're transparent about it, and you are everywhere. Like Timmy was here. That's crazy, guys. So Timmy came here. I think he heard us speaking. I don't know if he has some kind of
Timmy
bot.
got his burner account.
Timmy's always around, my brother. Timmy's
burner.
the guy. He was on the chat. I'm saying I'm
that's
surprised he didn't want to jump in with us for a few minutes to answer the questions. They could
It's
have
all
did it
love,
right
Timmy.
there for 10 minutes.
It's
That's
all
But
love,
amazing,
Timmy.
man. I want to invest in
absolutely.
projects like that, that have leaders like that. And that's maybe because why I am like that, and why in Introverts I want to be there for the community. I want people to trust me, right? I'm kind of, I'm in the leadership of this with D-Nice and other people, but I'm kind of the front face of it, and I'm here for the community. And I think Timmy is too, and projects would do that. I myself personally prefer to invest and trust more in projects where I can talk to the leaders, where I can, interact with them. And I know shit will happen. And what makes a good leader is how you're going to go through that shit, like,
Yeah.
and the way we did it, we proved to a lot of people that we can be, even with the FUD, everything happened, we're going to keep going,
Yep.
And I think, yeah. But
Prove
what
that you're a dynamic team.
You're never gonna make everybody happy, my guy, and that's what you gotta learn, bro. Guess what? At the end of the day, you and D Nice and your family are happy, and that's all that matters. You're doing your best, and your intentions are good. You're out here trying and building, and that's what's up.
And like you, Marcus and Timmy alike, y'all are builders. So y'all are gonna be around. Y'all are gonna continue to, build on what you have already. Even if you do fall here, you're gonna continue to build and you'll be around and people believe in you guys, long term. Your NFT projects aren't a quick flip to most people. Look at your floor price. You get what I'm saying? Like it's not just a get in and get out. Timmy as well. So let's move on to the next topic.
Yeah. And again, sometimes let me see something, because even there's some FUD and lies, and it's an eco chamber. But guess what? Sometimes it's too nice of money. If you mint something for 60 and you can sell it for 1,500, then the floor price gets too out of control, and you can't buy back in. Thank you very much, project creator. We appreciate you. We gave you support by minting, and you got a secondary sale. Like, thank you. You should. You're helping everyone. Like, there should be no hard feelings anywhere around anything.
And that comes
You know what I
down
mean?
to like actually having a project that creates that value. You know what I'm saying? That has people wanting to buy on secondary or even spend what, like 10 20x over the mint price. So it's a testament to the project itself as well when those sales go through, because there's an actual conviction, not just by the person who minted it, but by the entire community. So
Right.
all that shit is good.
Awesome.
For sure. But Marcus, my bad. I know we want to hear about the cosmic paper in a minute. Do we have any other we kind, you know how it goes when we start, chopping it up with us. Anything we want to else touch on, y'all? Like that's any pertinent topics?
Yeah, I'll touch on real quick. It could be real, just to you, Marcus.
I got one to touch on.
There's something
Let's
real
go.
quick. So JPG Stores Launchpad released a project called Reaver Empire, which is currently still minting now. And through their whole process, I'm not sure what it is, but I assume they vet a project and they dig into it and everything like that. What do you think about that so far right now, about that project and like JPG's vetting system and what's
Yeah,
going on with that?
it's for me, right, Marcus? You said
Yeah.
Marcus? For me,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, we've been part of Launchpad, right? And in our cohort, there was more than 200 projects analyzed, and I think like 10 got in. The process to get in is you send like an application, and then they ask you for a meeting. So me and D-Nice had a meeting with Oxy from JPEG Store, right? He's also has Soho Kids, right? You
Yeah,
probably
I know Oxy. I was part of that.
yeah. So we talked with Oxy, and we were really fortunate because Oxy's from Portugal, so we could speak Portuguese with him. And pretty much after the call, he said, "Well, you guys are something amazing. You're in." And yeah, but pretty much at the time, it was just like PR and some lections, like for advices with project owners, etc. For us, it was more like we're gonna get a giveaway on JPEG Store main account. They're gonna do with some introverts, right?
Oh wow!
They're gonna mention us, yeah. So this was really huge for us, right? And also there's one small thing that it's also really good. You got to be on JPEG Store main page, even though you're not on the rankings. You're just gonna be there,
That's
right?
good. That's big though.
In the Launchpad part. Now you got River Empire just up there where everyone can see them.
So let me ask you a question. So it's they do like an interview or whatever. They just talk to you, and then you fill out like an application.
1 second. How do you mint? I'm going to the page and I mint.
That's how it's gonna mint now.
I just want to check because I go to the mint. I go to the web. I press on it, and then it's going to the marketplace.
I think you got to go on their Twitter, Tal. Or their Discord.
So Marcus, one word, yes or no, before like you confident in JPG Store minting Kong's 4,888?
Okay. Yeah.
Good question.
Like
that's just it. One word, yes or no.
If I was me choosing the minting partner right now, I would go with Anvil, right? They just minted Kirai right now, and it was the best mint experience I've ever had.
Damn.
Do you know their percent? Do you know their percentage?
Yeah. What? Sorry.
Do you know their percentage? Like, I mean, obviously,
the price.
That comes down to everything, right?
Yeah.
I don't know the money,
but they're probably worth a lot. Yeah. So
it depends on what which JPG given, right? Even though Blake is Kong's migrated over to his platform. I really hope them trying to centralize that market, it just goes well. So but you would go with someone else, you're saying. So thank you.
Let me finish that. I will go to someone else until I saw JPEG Store mints go well. If I see one mint that go really well, I'm on JPEG Store, man, because the publicity of having you on the front page, minting now in a good minting system that we know that uses multi-sig, right? Which is kind of cutting edge technology. Let's call it cutting edge technology. Multi-sig, etc. It's in JPEG Store. You buy it, you mint it, it's in your wallet, and then you're already selling it like at the same time. This is the perfect thing, right? I'm even like Tal. I heard Tal saying I'm a bit worried about that because we need other minting platforms, right? Too in the system, not only JPEG Store, right? But anyways, it's super good. It's super good. And I think
You centralized
yeah,
everything around them.
but it's all
Do
about I
you
don't know
want?
how
Do
much
you
they
want
go.
on Cardano OpenSea? Do you
Yeah,
know how many
I know
problems
that.
OpenSea have?
I know that. I
What
know that.
if?
But
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
a
I'm
free
concerned
market,
more.
like
I'm more
it's
concerned about.
Let me
No,
add
look,
something
Not
in
the.
there. Let me
look
add
on
something in there.
Marcus.
Regardless of all the issues that they have, Tal, and I agree with you on the centralization aspect,
yeah,
they're still the
I agree.
biggest marketplace. You feel me?
The only point that I saw from everything around there is Marcus is a project leader, and he said, "Guys, I'm not gonna take any chance. I want to mint. I'm gonna go to JPEG store because I know the platform is more broad to the people that buy NFTs. So I will go with them. No
And the
brainer for me to have
technology.
the option to mint it out." I
Yeah.
agree with that. You need to think about yourself. Like I always say, I'm thinking only about my wallet. It's the same thing like that. It's is you're thinking about yourself. I don't like it as a consumer because it's an issue, centralized, decentralized, right? But as a project leader, you should do whatever you need to do in order to mint out. And if that's
And
going
the
to
and
be
the way
like
to
perfect
go,
store,
maybe Tal, the way to go is make a survey with your community. I say I love
Right.
Enview and I love JPEG Store.
And this
If
was
my community wants to go JPEG Store, like everyone prefer JPEG Store, they don't care about it. Let's do it. The investors
right.
want to
but
do it too.
cons don't need
And
JPEG
Marcus,
store.
Yeah.
from your you feel me from your experience with what we did or with what you did with introverts, right? I know you were asking me and Ada Man early on, like what time should we do,
Mhm.
uh what slot, all that, and I think both of us responded to like ask your community because you can't go wrong with that. And every
Yep.
single question you could have in regards to how you're going to move forward with your project, ask your community, run a poll,
Yep.
because not everyone's going to be happy, but the majority is going, you feel me, majority is going to win at the end of the day. And if you got 60% of people saying they want this one way, and let's say it's a minting service, then you just listen to your community and you're gonna be fine. Nobody's gonna be pissed
Yeah.
with you. That's
And
what
we
they ask.
probably do that, man. We probably do that with our next mint. Like we're gonna like we did for the second mint for the membership cards, we did retro NFTs. It was the safest one. They charged 5 ADA for each of the cards. We sold for 8 ADA. So it was, but 5 ADA is what NFT Maker charges too. Like I think they charge it even less than that.
And I think it's two.
Even
It's
less
two
than that.
ADA. I think it's two NFT Maker for the basic
NFT
stuff. It's
Maker
really cheap.
is if you sell more than 3,000, I think, or 5,000,
That's
it's
so
four
fucked.
ADA. It's four ADA.
I
It
heard. I
depends if
heard.
there's-
I heard. I don't know.
All
I
right,
heard
yeah.
this
no,
is
it's four ADA. It's four
the
ADA.
cheapest on the
So
market. Yeah.
yeah, so but they are the cheapest because you know 4 ADA in like 100 ADA mint that are coming right now is like 4%. For
I'd be
example, secret goats are 10%, right? Secret Goat Society.
I'd
The
be
one
so
that they do
surprised
very-
if any of these minting services are here next year. I'll be completely honest.
yeah,
Any of them, and even if
Guys,
they're
I
the
just
greatest.
checked the minting service on with the River Empire. It's an address drop.
so it's not JPEG Store.
It is JPEG store maybe, but in address drop. I don't know what it is, but it's an address drop. Just to let everyone know.
I
Interesting.
think the ratio of
The
minting.
question
So
is
I
how
agree
much
with.
money they paid to be in the front page for so long.
I'm dead.
Let's again. My God.
I think one thing I know for sure, like, and I can ask you for you guys, and I know the guys from Animalians, right? Animalians, they're
Mhm.
from Launchpad, and
Yeah.
they're doing their mint with JPEG Store. I can ask them, but I'm pretty sure that Launchpad JPEG Store projects get a benefit for that. So it's not like if River Empire is part of the Launchpad, it's a different thing. Like it's maybe it's much more cheaper, etc. But if your project's like chilled Kongs, like you're not part of the Launchpad, maybe there's I don't know what they're doing. And like as for chilled Kongs, we share kind of the same dev, right? Master of Seed, the same Discord dev. So I've chatted a little bit about him that, and I think the right way to go is to survey the community. I'm not gonna say like, oh,
100%.
choose that,
Yeah.
because if chilled Kongs community agree that JPEG Store is the best, then it's the right way to
It's
do
the
it.
best. It's the best for
Nah,
them. You feel me?
Yeah, but I understand your
I
concern.
disagree on that.
Well, Master of C was the actual one that said he thinks JPG was the best, and Tal
Community.
asked, and he asked Tal asked Master of C. That's who gave you that answer, Tal, on the Twitter space. That was Master of C. So that's
And
the
then-
smartest, techiest dude in Kongs is giving you the answer, but we did not get polled. So that's just is what it is.
See,
Right?
here's the thing though, right? Like we kind of they put, all right, so we're talking about the initial move over from Kong's from CNFT.io to JPG, which kind of has solidified that relationship. Is that what we're
All
mentioning?
Yeah,
cats.
that has
Right,
a lot.
so-
I didn't mean.
So when you
The cats did it. Busquets did it.
no,
No, it was Kong's 100%. I
Kong's
didn't.
It
I
was
didn't.
the
Yeah,
breach
I
of
no,
both
no,
of them.
it was Kong's that pushed a mass movement of listings to JPG, right? And just for that reason alone, that is, and going back to the whole community sentiment shit, whatever your community fucks with is what they're gonna support. So as far as JPG really set us like on a different level. You feel me? Kind of so much so that it's almost like we love them.
JPG
Not that I love them.
Come on.
Not that I love them. Let me finish. Kong's love them. You feel me? Kong's kind of got solidified even more so because of JPG. So they, in most Kong's eyes, in my opinion, it's not my opinion, right? It's not my opinion, but in my opinion, most Kongs see JPG as a as the safe haven,
as an
the
ally. Is this
You
like
feel
an
me?
ally or something? It's
Type
so it was
shit.
like a win-win situation.
They
Like,
ride
It was a
Kong
win-win.
kind of like
Yeah, they
helps-
ride together.
helps
Exactly,
J-
so
Yeah.
exactly.
JPEG helped JPEG kind of grow and the other
Type
way
shit.
around, right?
Type
So
shit.
That's
As
the
far
only
as
thing
I have
I
no
didn't
what I
take
was
into
mentioning,
consideration when I talked about it. And I
yeah,
can understand that. Like, it's a long relationship.
yeah, and that's
Yeah,
the only
yeah,
part.
yeah.
Kongs will always probably support JPG, but as far as like
I
the minting services, and I just want to tap in on this one more time. None of these shits, I'm gonna say it even more like adamantly, none of these shits are gonna be here next year because it's just gonna be all Pluto smart contract mints. And if there are people who are doing these
maybe it's
services,
gonna be only Timmy.
no, they're gonna
it's gonna be
evolve
it's gonna
daily.
be like
They're gonna
5%. It's gonna be
Like
like
they're gonna
5%
everybody
of the
like
market.
shit on his mint, and then he
no.
is the innovator of
They
everything.
they're gonna change. They're gonna
Nice.
change their minting
They'll
service
probably
to
go
adopt
to
a new
Pluto
minting
smart
protocol.
contract as well, and
Yeah, they
offer
will. They will.
offer
All
Pluto
right.
smart contract. You feel me,
All right, let's
riders
jump.
and all that shit.
Let's jump to Marcus' project, man. Let's get it in, Marcus. What we got?
Yeah.
Introverts going.
Because we'll keep going. We'll talk forever.
Well,
Man,
that or just
it's
you wanted
fun.
to,
I miss
that or
SCP
you wanted to
guys.
touch on that. You wanted to show Christy wanted to show them two pictures of them buds, and then end with Marcus.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah, because I want to end with Marcus because like I told Marcus he was gonna have 15, 20, and I'm like he's just chilling. I'm glad.
Marcus,
I'm glad I was gonna ask you to drive. Cool.
we
Hell
in
yeah.
album mode. This is what we do. We just start talking forever.
Just chill.
I
And
love it, man. I love it. I love it.
it's
Don't worry
hard
about
with a structure with so
Mhm.
many of us, and we ain't talking a minute. So we don't do this weekly, and as we do it more, we're gonna get more structured and stuff. And there's not much going on. So we love your opinion,
No,
Marcus.
but
You've
look
been
on
around.
Marcus. Marcus knew exactly all the 4 mints today. We didn't
Absolutely, we
even know that.
didn't.
Right,
So
Great work, Marcus.
that was like that. We didn't
Always
even want it
be our
because
weekly updater.
right.
Yeah.
There-
So
there's
Chrissy,
one more.
let's
There's
bring
one
it up
more.
then. Chrissy, you have it up ready?
I got it. Here we go.
So this is the new space, but this is, I guess, what they're going with. This is
Wait.
the final.
AI
You
saying
You're not sharing. You're not sharing yet.
Let me share the old and then I'll
You
share
might
the
need to get
new.
HBO.
So everyone
What
can
up,
see.
AI? Shout out to AI, man.
AI been in here killing it. So the Game of Thrones something
AI
tonight, I
killing
might
it.
have to
Shout
go.
out to
We
AI.
might have to get HBO.
River Empire mint is 95. Floor is
Yeah.
already 60. Only
Hey
5.
Tal, why don't you go take one for the
Jeez.
team, bro? Show your boy. Tell him we dump on the followers. Show him how you dump on yourself.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
that's old.
arcane.
This is
Older
Go
old,
mid, go mid.
Uncovered arcane.
Let's see how good the
Ugh.
mid is. All right,
This
so
is
that's the
so
old,
shit.
obviously the old bud, right?
Right. We don't want to see that. Drum roll, please.
So everyone could get a look real quick. Wanted to share it so they can compare.
Thank you,
Drum
Christy.
roll.
Good is like,
All right, here we go. Here we go.
Go.
Boom.
There it is. New one.
Oh my god.
Boom. Let's go.
all right,
Hey,
so
hey,
go.
have a good chance starting with a brand new policy. That shit's about to flop.
My
So,
God.
I told you guys.
I like
I
the
told you I don't
shoes.
like it. It's too.
I like the
too
shoes.
different.
This is like 10 times better.
Pump your bags real quick, Goose.
No, I'm not.
It's too
Okay,
different to me. It's too different.
They had to do this. It's not even on me. This on them. But it's not too different. It looks good though.
It looks like
I
they just,
liked version 2. I liked version 2. Sorry, version 1. I like.
Right. But yeah, I just wanted to
Yeah.
show y'all this. This just came out. It's just like current stuff. Ain't much going on. But yeah, this it looks good to me. I like it.
So
see
what's
how-
It's fine. I can see now that it's kind of like they're doing it this way, anyways.
Yeah.
I can see like the probably it is being so different from the OG, so people can choose between 2 different versions. But I personally don't like it. As an artist, I would not I wouldn't even propose this version, to be honest. I would
Listen,
have
I
probably
really,
did
I
two
really
versions.
wanna throw up in general. Like,
art wise, I'm gonna keep it 100. It is not horrible.
It's
But
not
it's
It is.
not.
horrible.
It
I
is.
like
Let me,
No,
let me
Morris.
finish.
Morris.
Let
I
me
want
finish real
No.
quick.
to
Let me finish real
say,
quick. Let me finish real quick.
look,
It is
Adam said
horrible.
it's
It is
too far
horrible
away.
because and that's what I was trying to get at.
I think
It's
it should
not
be
horrible art wise, but it is not Space Buds. It's a whole
Yes.
different collection.
That, yes.
That's
So
what I want to do. Look,
They would have
if you're
done.
changing something like that, I want it to be completely different. I
Yeah.
don't want to
might
even
as well.
remember the old ones.
Might as well.
And then
Hold
at the
on.
same, yeah, just as might as well change the. That's why I want to throw up. If you're
Yeah.
already changing it all the
Change
way,
it.
make a
100%
full
change it.
change.
Yeah.
It's
All
like
it is shadowed and,
uh,
and a little more definition in the shoes and the
They
hands
just
and
made an
stuff.
HD version.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
exactly.
Yo,
They
Daily,
made a
that's exactly what I
4K
wanted to
version
say.
of the
It's
2D
like you have
version.
Super Mario Bros, right?
Exactly.
2D
Remember,
well, I
version. Now
want
you
to
have
know how
Mario
much
six,
money they
Mario
spend on it.
64,
Dang.
right?
So
Anyways,
maybe they should have
any other
started.
ones?
That
Look,
was it. That's all I wanted to show. I like
Gus,
Dude just wanted to put a drum roll up and
like
thought we were
start
gonna
to
be
sweat
happy about
here.
it.
Okay. Good
Just
luck to the
approaching
let's
sale.
just good luck to the
Hey, I wanted
community.
to tap in on something real quick too, if I'm not lagging too much. So yeah, gutter cat gang. If you don't have any gutter, the fuck you doing? Get some gutter, and that's all I gotta say.
Gang, gang.
that was
Buttercat needs
that
to
was
make
a
his
back pumping.
uh,
That was a smooth back
Gang,
pumping.
gang.
Yeah,
works
let's
in
go.
the
Gang, gang.
Yeah.
Shout out
Like
to the
it.
With
dudes
you.
who
We'll be there.
Cat.
We'll be
Yeah.
I
there.
get
Don't afraid. I want you to do the same thing
But
with Introverts after I talk.
I got you.
Let's get some merch going then, Marcus. Let's hear about it. I want some merch.
Let's go.
Yeah. So, guys, we released our Cosmic Paper 1.0 last Monday. And since then, like, people have been loving it. And, we've been working so hard on that. It's been 3 months since our mint day. We reached 2 million volume yesterday, or we are pretty close of it. But in OpenSea NFT, it shows 2 million. And right now we are over 3x the floor price. And projects that minted in the same batch as us are also having a hard time. But I think we are doing super well. And
Talk your shit.
yesterday we had a 4K sale of our JPEG Store PFP, which is not the rarest in our collection, but it's the JPEG Store PFP, a 4K sale, and someone minted that, right? So, and the guy who minted was wanting money to pay for his wedding, etc. So it's a cool story. And today another asset was sold by 1.6K. It was not a music one; it was just like a blue flames, etc. So yeah, we've been having
Hell
some
yeah.
high sales, and our floor is keeping up steady. But talking about the Cosmic Paper, and there's a lot of things happening in the Cosmic Paper, but I'm going to try to highlight what's the most important part, right? So the white paper, the Cosmic Paper, is kind of divided in three parts, which is the NFT collections. So that's everything that we have, everything that we're going to do with our current collections, because we have upgrades and other cool stuff, the mystery hoodies, right? The same collection that you already know. And we also have collections of the future. So we kind of paved out what we're doing until like the end of next year. So there's a lot there. And also there's this technology part, a couple of things that we're doing. We're doing staking. We're doing this in-game currency thing. We're also doing an app, a mobile app too, that we're gonna be providing this app as a platform so other projects can have their own mobile app, right? Which is the Introverts app. And then we have the experience part, which is merch. We also have the music thing. So we're going to release all the music from the Introvert as an album. We're going to have custom vinyls for people to get in on our store with art made by D-Nice and other artists that we're collaborating with. So there's a lot, guys. So if you're seeing this right here, and you're interested in a project that I'm the founder of it, I'm here, I'm always working hard on it. We have amazing art, unique art. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, take a read at Cosmic Paper. And I know you're gonna love our art. So take your time to read it. There's so much there. And like I said, you are now showing the part that, yeah, this is, you can see our artist there, D-Nice. Unfortunately, she's not here with me. She's abroad, and that's why I'm okay with chatting with you guys for so long. D-Nice is out of town, So I'm all yours, guys. So yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about, man. I know
Great little.
exactly what you mean.
I love the videos she put together, or you put together, Marcus. It's really nice. It's very emotional. Like get your emotions going. It connects you with it. It's really well done.
Yeah, and we were trying to get, like why we're doing that. Why do we wake up every day and try to
Mhm.
push this project forward? And there's a why, right? We are the introverts. So there's a whole concept behind it. And this video, if you watch it and if you connect with it, this is going to be so much fun to be on this journey with us. And then I put a little bit of why Cardano, like maybe we get some people from other chains looking at our project. So there's a why Cardano there. And also we put out we have a good team too also. There's some new additions there, but mostly everyone is the same people there's working. It's just like mods and everyone. M&M's is the new person. She's been helping me with the spaces. She's brilliant. And yeah, so and the roadmap, we kind of put like the big things so in a really easy way. So if you read all the cosmic paper, that's the roadmap, and that's where the pieces, like the dates that we are delivering the pieces, right?
Could I see the team like one more time
Yep.
at the bottom? I just wanted to shout out some of the homies. Shout out Juan Tello. Shout out Donuts. Shout out Master C. All some heavy Kong family. You feel
Gone
me?
fam.
Going
Yeah.
crazy. I mean, that's what Kongs are about, baby. We here to make
Yeah.
this fucking ecosystem better all
Yeah.
around. And shout out all three of those guys. All dope.
Yeah, Madcap is also from Disco Solaris, right? And Carolina too. They are mods at Disco Solaris there too.
That's a dope team, man. Shout out to y'all. That's
So
a good
Marcus,
team.
a small question. That's your main job right now, or you still have your
I still have my RL startup right now, but yeah, but this is kind of you can say I'm Elon Musk.
My boy said Elon Musk.
I have SpaceX and I have Tesla, and I have other stuff.
Oh, damn.
You can say I'm Elon Musk, man. I'm here, right? It's
Shit.
it's 1 a.m. in Brazil.
My boy
One
said
in the
I'm
morning.
Big Elon. It's 11:44 here, so we're not too far off.
Yeah.
If you,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, yours-
could you scroll down a little bit? Oh, this is cosmic paper. This is what it is right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is where we are right now.
September.
The first thing that we're focusing on is like getting this technology part out. So we're upgrading the C point system that we have today, which is pretty much like a cool way for you to see. It's kind of like the derps XP system. Are you familiar with that? Like when you have a certain derp, every trait has an experience that it gives you, right? So we kind of have that with C points. So depending on the traits, your NFT was worth a number of C points, right? So the more rare the traits, the more C points it was worth. But you weren't able to accumulate that. So it didn't work as a currency. It only worked as a way for you to kind of, instead of us doing like, oh, you hold 5 NFTs, you have 5 raffle tickets. No, if you hold a rare one, you're going to win more raffle tickets for that. So pretty much that's what we did with C Points 1.0. But the upgrade now, this is going to work kind of as a in-game currency, right? So through Discord, like off-chain, you're going to be able to earn your C points by staking your NFTs, which is pretty much not moving them into a smart contract wallet. That's it. And also by completing achievements, right? And this is an idea we're borrowing from PlayStation 4 trophies or
Go
from
crazy.
Apple Watch achievements, right?
I fuck with it. I fuck with it.
Yeah, and so with achievements, you'll be able to complete not only collectors' achievements, right? So, for example, get 3 zombies, right? That can be an achievement, but also community achievements, right? So, host a giveaway in your Twitter and have 50 retweets, right? So, we have a system with a lot of community activities because, we want to reward people who maybe don't have like the money to invest or to be like a huge whale to complete all the collector achievements, but is super active doing like the grind for the project, So by having these achievements, it's a way to do that. And you're going to be earning C points and commemorative NFTs like
no
trophies.
coin for now, right? No coin for now.
No token for now.
Thank
It's
you.
going to be just the fun part of it. And you're going to be able to use C points to kind of get discounts on merch, do upgrades that I'm going to talk a little bit more about it, get art commissions from new artists that are onboarding the Introverts universe. So yeah, we're going to talk a little bit more about that.
Can I ask what about IP rights? Like,
Oh, okay. Yeah. The thing is about IP rights, like we're from Brazil, right? So we are doing this on 3 different countries, right? We're doing trademark in US, we're doing here in Brazil, and we're doing in Portugal, right? I'm a Portuguese citizen, so I can do there. So this cover a lot. But as long as IP rights for now, Introverts holds the IP rights. But we believe in the future, what we're going to do is maybe the same as Clay, right? What Clay does is you can use the character, so the NFT, but you can't use the brand.
the
That's what.
name, the name.
Yeah,
The
Yeah,
name
you
is
can't
the
use,
logo.
but you can't say Clay Nation, Claymates, or whatever. But
right,
you can use the character, right?
right,
So
right, right.
probably we go on that route. But this is a lot of legal stuff going on. We're just like trying to get this first. So probably in November when we update the cosmic paper, we're gonna disclose that out. But probably that's the route we're going. Yeah.
I wanted to ask real quick about the achievements. I know you mentioned the C points and then some commemorative NFTs. Have you thought of any other kind of rewards that you can offer for achievements? Because I think achievements are cool. Like you heard me like literally pipe up when you said it, right? But when we talk about rewards and things like that, have you thought about how to really incentivize people to chase these achievements?
Yeah, I think of course only giving C points. Maybe someone have a lot of C points, then they don't have that much, grind to get those achievements. So first thing, a lot has to do with the experience of seeing those achievements and sharing those achievements. Right? So if you have an app for that, where people use that and people see a ranking, right? So you kind of have this social thing where people see each other's achievements, kind of like the Discord user thing, right? When you get a higher ranking, stuff like that. So if you're able to show your achievement in a really cool way, that can be a little thing to drive adoption of it. But also we can think on hundreds of different commemorative trophies. Like one of the good things of our project, guys, D-Nice, which we're talking, she's the artist. So we can make like crazy commemorative trophies, real pieces of art, right? And we also, since we're here in Brazil, there's a lot of suppliers. Like one of the things we're doing with artifacts, which is our next collection, is every type of artifact is going to have a physical product, right? We have a lot of companies here in Brazil that do that. For example, we're going to have our own vinyl for our music, right? So to produce our own vinyl is not difficult. There's a company here that you send the music, you send the art, then they make the vinyls for you. If you order 100, you get a lower price. If you order 500, you get an even lower price, and you can sell it before. So it's easy to do this kind of physical products. This is something also that we'll be working on in the future, because I know as a business, you have to get more revenue streams, right? And if people love your brand, maybe they're going to buy it, even if it's a little bit of discount using the C points or whatever. So we think there's a potential there with the Introverts brand, with the Stay Home Club brand. Like we created these brands inside the NFTs that maybe we can have this different art, merch, products going forward. And of course, if you have a lot of C points, you're going to be getting huge discounts. You're going to be participating on raffles every month for these products and etc. So yeah, I
Sure.
think the artsy part of the trophies is really important, and also the social part of it, right? How do you show it
100%.
to other
I
people?
do love the merch part, as you can tell, right? As far as like maybe this is something you could think about too. I think the value might be added even more so achievement wise if you could see that directly on your.
I think it rugged, right?
Yeah, I'm lagging out a lot right now. I don't know if
Okay.
you heard what I said. Yeah, if you could actually see the achievement on the NFT itself. So like let's say I
Mm,
did have 3 zombies, you know what I'm saying? And I got accrued like let's say the zombie medal.
mhm.
Maybe it could be a talisman on the NFT itself or just in the
That's
background. And you know
that's
what
a
I'm saying?
cool idea. That's a cool
And
idea.
and that's
Yeah,
just if you guys have an open policy at this point as
yeah,
well. You know?
yeah. We
Let's
have
get
it.
the policy
But
open,
it'd be
which it
cool.
is because it's seasonals.
And that could add some value prop long term too, because like if I did win this achievement and I'm the only one. And not to say that that's going to be the case, right? But there's going to be a scarce amount of people that, let's say, that can hold three zombies. Those that get awarded that achievement potentially will be worth more, at least to a collective perspective.
Daily upgrade, you're a genius, my friend.
Yeah,
That's an
Timmy's
amazing
doing.
idea. Wow. You
Yeah,
can push
Timmy's
that.
doing something similar, Marcus, with his rings and his amulets, and you able to upgrade them. You got to wear them, but his policy is going to be open, and yours is as well. So that's
Yeah.
the type of stuff, like Daly just said, that would, give interest to the gamers like Daly that knows the achievement awards and stuff. It's pretty cool, and that's why you can. Yeah, it'd be sweet, man.
Yeah, it's totally doable. And we have something called upgrades, right? So you're going to be able to upgrade NFTs from the Introverts collection. And we're starting with the wizard robe and the spacesuits, right? The spacesuits, you're going to earn helmets. And this is the same idea. The helmets are going to be upgraded. So your NFT with spacesuits will get helmets, right? And you're going to have to do achievements. You're going to have to stake it for some time, and you're going to have to pay C points to get this upgrade. So, for example, you can have an achievement specific of collecting spacesuits in order to get the helmets, right? So we already doing that, but what you said is also adding some of that in a new perspective. I really loved it. So yeah, upgrades will be able to do that. Our policy is open like until the end of 2024. So for the next until like next 2 years, we're probably going to be doing upgrades, and then we're going to close it. But I think it's good to have kind of a period to do that, and
I got a
A
that's
good
question.
window to make changes.
yeah, yeah,
You said the wizard robe floor is a 380
yeah.
ADA.
Maybe
And
because of that. It's maybe because of the cosmic
yeah,
vapor.
then the spacesuit is 430 ADA. There's like
Yeah.
four of them. What's the wizard gonna get? What's the gonna get?
The wizard is you're going to be able to like we're going to change the NFTs and add different versions of your wizard robe, right? With different colors, kind of to match a wizard movie that you have different houses and different colors of scarves. So yeah,
Hogwarts.
Favorite.
so yeah, we're gonna have like different patterns of the scarves and the ties, right? So this and we chose like two only to put two because we had so many ideas when we shared this with our team, right? We had over like 30 different ideas of stuff, and then we figure out let's put the two simple things, right? And then let community decide what are going to be the next upgrades. So we're going to do contests for you to have idea on upgrades.
Gryffindor,
Sorry.
like Gryffindor.
Yeah. So and like for example, disco. We have the Disco Solaris jacket, right, which is super valuable right now. It doesn't matter the rarity of it. I think the floor is like 600 or 700 right now, and it's not even one of the most rare traits, right? So maybe DS jacket is probably gonna get an upgrade. And I'm talking to people from the community of Disco Solaris to check like how can we do this perfectly, how can we get the best upgrades. So a lot of it will be like talking to our community, but also if we have a trait like the S jacket, we have the mandrels cap, right? Maybe talk with their community to get those upgrades, right? And also really be careful about not taking the OG aspect of the art, right? So there's the three-peat jacket, right? There's a jacket that honors the Lakers, the three-peat Lakers of the early 2000s. So we're not changing that, you know. So there are some traits that are never going to be changed. Upgrades are going to be for certain traits, and it's a fun way for people to spend time in a collection, right? To because I think time is the most valuable thing, right, in our lives. And the more time you spend on something, there's value in there, right? It brings you value. And I think by doing this gamification on the way of you collect things, and I think, for example, Yumi is a great example of that, how they use gamification to get people into their projects, right? If you use that and if you do it right, people will spend more time in your project. People will be talking more about your project. And I think this will help us a lot by having upgrades and achievements too. And this is something to our OG collection that is going to add it to the experience of collecting introverts.
100%.
Nice.
I want to ask you how you're looking on the floor price. I saw a video about with Basie founders. They said they never look on the floor price. They like building and they don't really care. They say if they're gonna build the right thing, it's just gonna happen by itself. just the value gonna go up because they're doing better. But you are DJing and you're a bit more aware of what's going on. I think they just working only on their project.
Yeah, they're story writers at the end of the
Yeah,
day. They
they
don't
just
give a fuck.
yeah
They
they
stepped
just
into NFTs and they didn't even care about NFTs when
don't
they
care
made
about
them.
nothing. How do
Yeah.
you look on floor price and how you plan to move on with, or you don't really care? It's
Yeah,
depends.
good thing is I share this like 50-50 with D Nice, right? In a sense. So D Nice doesn't care about that. That's the great part. And she's the like the heart and builder of the art, right? So she doesn't care if we are 200 or 50, she's
She
gonna
don't even
make
understand the
art.
difference and what is involved around it, right? It's so
Yeah, so it's not going to change the outcome of our new collections, of our new art, right? As for myself, we kind of have this metric thing that we check like every week, and Paolo does that. So we check floor price, we check number of wallets, we check number of big buys. For example, a buy that's over 3x the floor prices, it's considered like more big buy, and we kind of check that. We know like what traits are overvalued in the sense that they're not the rare ones, but they are overvalued because we use that data to get new content out there, you know. So for example, the DS jacket, it's in a sense it's less rare than other traits that are on floor price, you know. But people love DS jacket, it's super valued, we can generate content with that. If we generate content, those holders are going to share it, right? Because there's a reason why it's overvalued. So I keep track of floor prices because of that. But I have to say, Tal, at the beginning, it got me worried more than today. Like at the beginning of the first month, let's say, I got a lot worried about that. But
Yeah.
then as time goes by, I just use it for metrics and I comment on our spaces, like saying how healthy we are in a sense. But I always say it's not only floor, it's not only volume, like wallet holders is super, super important, right? And I was saying this a couple hours ago in the spaces too. The number of verified members in your Discord, right? So Chilled Kongs, they have 1.4K verified members in their Discord, right? We have 1K, right? So when you say like, oh, Chilled Kongs have 3,000 wallets, they have 1.4K verified members. So when you're building a shop, when you're going to sell products, you can't look at wallet holders, right? You have to look on verified members on Discord. You can't look on, oh, I have 24K Twitter followers, right? No, you have to look at the number of your holders, right? So
Let's
there's
take it here too,
a lot
right?
sorry?
Let's take it here too, right? Basie, the biggest brand, and I'll always bring it back to them because I fucking love Yuga, right? But
Yeah.
1 million followers, and they only had 4,000 people in their space.
Yeah. So, but they are mainstream right now. But for sure, yeah. And they are
Dog
exclusive
was with
brand, right?
Glaze
They're
and we
exclusive.
had only 10K, and
Yeah.
Stoop Dog have much more, right?
I
So
have I have this idea in my mind that if you see wallet count, it's like half the people. That's the people who really engage in a project. So if you see 3K wallets in a project, that's 1.5K people that are going to be engaging with the project, you know.
you
And
you cut it in half, literally in half. You know,
I could in half
because
like in
people
our
hold
business.
2, people hold 7, people hold 20.
Yeah,
So
and because of the Discord verified members, like some projects leave that information out, like ChilledKongs. And ChilledKongs is exactly 50%. Our project is a bit more, but there's a reason for that because we're doing the airdrops, right? And people have to go to Discord to verify and keep verified to participate in the airdrops, right? So there's some incentive for people to go to Discord, right? So we have 1.6K wallets with 1.1K verified members, a bit higher. But I would say like in my collectors and also project owners, it's roughly 50%. So if I'm thinking on merch, I would think on a thousand people that probably can buy it, right? Not everyone will buy the same merch, but that's what I would think. So yeah, that's what I think about the bake thing. I think floor price, it's a good metric to check out, but you have to be careful also about the mental side of it because it's not every project that is gonna. It's a good project and it's gonna be like 3x mint like us, right? Maybe you're a project with near mint and you're fine, man. It's a bear market. Keep
Right.
pushing.
And
Don't
I
let this go
definitely
through your mind, right? Yeah.
100%. I'm definitely to any mods, devs, anybody contemplating creating a project to listen to that interview that Tal mentioned, because they do drop a lot of info or insight into how it was when they started and how they continue to build without really paying attention to their floor price. They know how much their shit is worth. It's not, you feel me? It's not a question.
Yeah.
But that's not what they're focused on. They're focused on adding more value, and that's why they continue to build and do so well.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's someone in Yuga Labs, man, collecting data. I'm sure
Oh,
there
for
is.
sure.
I'm
But
sure there is. And you
but
know
the
this.
people that actually build it and make
Yeah,
it
yeah,
much more attractive for us,
of
they
course.
don't even know what's going on. I think they only all their attention goes to build. Maybe they were diligent before, but because it's got so big, they just want to build more and more and more and give us more value.
Yeah,
Um,
other side is amazing, man. Do you see the other side
Bro,
is
so amazing. So
oh, this is
I'm
just
glad
gonna
you said
be
that. It's fucking insane.
it's
I think we're getting ready to wrap this shit up, but I fucking love other side. Real quick, if you're investing in Cardano metaverses, you're fucking up. Take all the money out and put it in other side. GG's.
Not
So
financial
true.
advice. Do your
Hey,
own research.
yeah, big NFA there. But hey, Marcus,
NFA.
shout out introverts, man. If you don't have an introvert, what the fuck you doing? That's for you. That's for you, Marcus.
And let me just talk a little bit about
Don't
the
just don't build a metaverse, Marcus, and you should be
yeah,
fine.
we're building a metaverse, you know, in Cardano.
you should get another deed land because they're gonna interact it with everything.
Oh yeah,
And it's
100%.
not that
Without a doubt.
expensive right now.
So
Three
Best price
thousand
point.
dollars.
Buy a floor other deed, you're gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
yeah, and you know, like what we did here, like for sure we want to do new art and introverts, right? And the way D Nice, like I talk a lot with D Nice about that. We live together. We talk about introverts every day, and you know how it is, Chrissy and Chronic, right? You probably talk NFTs every day, right? But the thing is,
Guess I actually don't.
she
So
needed to expand, right? She needed to do something different. So we thought, let's team you up with amazing artists that we love, that you love. Then we started pitching some of her favorite artists. Let's work together in Introvert, something like that. And we managed to get a few of them, and then we narrowed it to two of them, and probably three. And the first one is Alien. So Alien, he's an amazing artist. He's Brazilian and lives in Las Vegas, right? So he's going to be in CNFT Con with us too on Sunday. And he does this phenomenal job. And we're going to work with him on the first mints of the artifacts. So what is artifacts, right? So the role that for introverts future, and for you guys, I think most of you guys still doesn't know that here. In the future, we're going to have something called the inner cosmos NFTs, right? And this is what we call the universes that lives inside us. That's the inner cosmos, right? So think that as our ultimate goal to get to the inner cosmos NFT. And this, if you look at Cosmic Paper, it's going to be a one-on-one allocation for your introvert, right? So your introvert's going to have its own inner cosmos NFT, and it's going to be shaped taking your traits in account, right? So if you have a zombie, it's going to be crazy in your cosmos, because you have a cat inside yourself. Well, if you have a mystic, it's going to be a different inner cosmos. If you have a flame eyes, if you have a different clothes. So we're going to take these traits into this inner cosmos NFTs, right? So this is going to be also not only a piece of art, it's going to be something interactive, something that we want you to spend time in this inner cosmos thing. I can't talk much about that. But in the middle of it, so this is for 2023, like the middle of next year, etc. But in the middle of it, we're gonna mint the artifacts. And what is the artifacts, right? So instead of doing a mushroom or a serum or any kind of in the middle drop, we said, why not do you create an art collection for that? And then you're gonna connect your artifacts, which is an art collection with unique pieces, into your inner cosmos. Kind of you're liking equipping your inner cosmos with cool items, right? So if you think as your inner cosmos as a character, as a game character, you're going to equip it with artifacts. And this character is based off your introverts, right? It's soul, it's based. So if you think it's not a character, guys, but if you think it is a character, you equip artifacts to it, right? So we're going to have this really low supply limited artifacts mint that we're going to mint in two parts. And that's something I learned with Timmy, mint in two parts, not one. And we're going to mint 1.7K artifacts first in November. And then the beginning of next year, we're going to mint 1.7K artifacts. And then 58 are going to be airdropped to the holders of the 58 ultra rares NFTs we have in Introverts. Because we have 58 special NFTs, 56 have music, 2 are the paintings, right? So 58. And that's why it was 58, the cost. It was all connected. So yeah. And we're going to airdrop that to 58 holders. So we have 3,458 NFTs in our second collection. That's half the supply of Introverts. So we're going for a more exclusive drop. We're going to do, we didn't tell yet the allocation of it. We're still talking with masters, with the community to get to kind of a better way to do the distribution. We're looking on ways like simple ways, but also on, for example, the way that Clay did the pitch allocation, they did it kind of like a raffle, right? So if you have a lot, it didn't guarantee that you're going to get the same amount. There was people with 10 that got 5 and people with 5 that got 5, right? So they did like this raffle thing on Discord. So we're thinking on a great way to doing that, but we'll for sure have contests where people could earn their spot to get their artifact. And we also have the ability to get this from C points, right? So by staking, so one of the things that I think really helps us is by having staking, we can reward people that are diamond holders to get the whitelist spots. So it's not about the number of NFTs you got. It's about, how of a diamond holder you are. And this, to have this really early, in for our second drop, is really going to help, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be you bringing.
You understood that
You're
story?
going deep, dog.
He's
You're
bringing
going
a lot, but he's bringing a lot that we don't have, and it's crazy how we don't even have most of the stuff you're bringing, especially like the point system. The staking is kind of new. Like all that stuff is like that's y'all are really thinking. Like y'all, I love it. I'm all for it, man. Seriously.
And it's like we are so excited about this, and I think and what I think every day is how can we get this to be more fun, to be part of Introverts. And I was minting today, and I was like, just having the experience to check the traits and go for snipes, this is fun. This is kind of a game, to mint and etc. So how can we push that forward? I think with artifacts, and if you look in deep into the cosmic paper, you're going to see there's like artifacts collection is going to be 5 collections inside one collection. So think of Ianumsky different types of art that are in different policy IDs, but it's all going to be in the same policy ID. So the search for the right artifact, etc., is going to be fun. We're going to be in a cool way, and it's going to be different art. And another thing, every artifact is going to have a physical product, right? So you're going to be able to get the art of that artifact to deliver to your home, right? So we're doing that also. And that's one of the reasons also we want to do it like 2 types of artifacts first, and then next year the 2 other types. So we're going to have also this product ready. And we're going to use that with marketing. So before mint, you're going to be seeing people with the actual sample of the physical product saying, not only posting the NFT, but also posting like the physical version of that. And there are going to be different products. Like, for example, the Clay Fellas have the card deck, right? That are different card decks, the Clay Fellas one. You know what I'm talking about, right? So they have a product for that. So it's going to be something similar. We're going to have different products for different artifacts.
That's gonna be wild, brother. I can't wait to see what y'all got. And I mean, y'all got it all planned out with even the, the holiday, transformation still to come, and really, really dig it.
I love a holiday and Christmas one. I'm all about the themes, just like Block said.
Yeah, I think the creativity.
Marcus, don't give us everything right now. Hold.
Yeah,
for real. Because it goes.
Hold the CNFT con. CNFT con, you're gonna see it.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah. The artist is gonna be there. The night's gonna be there.
Yeah.
We're gonna do live painting.
Do you have a booth?
Our booth is next to Equine booth and is next to Journey, Clay Nation. and chilled cones up there, like next to the
Okay,
stage.
okay,
I know
okay.
you guys are next to Ugly Bros, right? You are.
Yeah. We're
We
near.
over
Yeah,
there.
exposed Ugly Bros, right? I saw you guys there. You're gonna have a booth there. You guys are bosses, right? Wow.
Nah, like we just
Yeah.
we're just trying to. It's a nice chill spot, and it's we're gonna be all over with the GoPros, and the cameras. And we're gonna
Really?
be,
Okay.
yeah, I mean, we ain't just chilling. Like we don't have it. Like we don't have any funding. You got some? You want to be a sponsor? Let's go. Hey,
Well,
We
we
are
have
own
on
funding.
our phones. That's what
we're
we
our
got.
own funding, and we're not trying to, like you said, like we don't have. We're gonna definitely have content. That whether we put it on here. We do live trading, live Twitter spaces, live on something. We're going to do something, but also we're going to network and go ahead and meet and greet with the whole community. We're going to go from everywhere by y'all, everywhere, dude. This is going to be it's going to be a while. It's going to be a movie. It's going to be
When the big
definitely
guys,
going to be on a blockchain.
the big guys are gonna be there, right? I think
Everyone going to be there, man.
Well, we all gonna be there. We all gonna be there.
Cornucopias is gonna be there.
They
Virtual
should. With all
metaverse.
the money they suck from us.
But one
They
thing
gonna,
I want to know, is anyone gonna mint on that weekend?
I hope not for them, or they're not.
Everyone's gonna be
I
on
will.
CNFTCon.
Right.
Let's see if some crazy project decides to mint in CNFTCon weekend. I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be wild. Yeah, we'll
Right
see.
there.
But
Mm-mm.
that's gonna be a fun time, and it's so close. So we got like 6 weeks, 6
It's
weeks
so
away,
close.
right? It's gonna
And
be
shout
awesome.
out to Buffy Bot and Nicholas and everyone there, Nighthawk and Ada Girl, like everyone who's been working so hard on this. And it's you're like, this event is probably going to change the connections between everyone.
That's
and
hope.
Facts. Big
Yeah,
facts.
It's gonna make the community stronger. It's gonna make the community
Yeah, it's
stronger.
gonna make the
For
community
sure.
stronger.
That's what. Look, Ape Fest change NFTs in. For
Ape
the
Fest changed both of
Everything.
mine. It changed
Everything.
my mind, changed Goo's mind. You feel me?
Yes.
Just being in New
No,
York.
I'm
just
talking
opened
about the
both
first
of our
Ape
eyes.
Fest, not the second one. The
Oh
first
yeah,
one
but I mean, even more so. You
changed
feel me?
everything. So
All these events add so much to the community. Hey Marcus, fucking love everything you've been breaking down.
thank you so much for going up.
It's been dope. It's been dope. I think we're
Thank you
we're all
for the
about to
night,
wrap this
for
up here, huh?
dropping
Yeah.
Yes.
Shout out to Nice. Shout out to Nice. And just another little piece of love for you guys. I think creativity has always been one of your strong points. So I'm glad to see that you guys are always innovating on that creative tip.
Yeah, no doubt. Good point.
Yep,
D.
that's different. Shout out
Yeah.
to Introverts. Let's see what the guys are coming
Episode
with.
Yeah,
number
man.
3, huh?
Thank you, Marcus.
Getting there.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate you, Marcus, for
Tal, I'm gonna
chopping
promise
up
you
with
something.
us this whole time,
I'm
man.
gonna promise you something, Tal. We're gonna have a good minting experience for you, Tal, and for you too,
Sure.
Daily Upgrade. I'm gonna focus a lot on that. Now I'm gonna promise.
Ah, there you go. That's just
go.
man.
Let's go. Let's go.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what, Marcus. I'm just used to it. It's Cardano at this point. I just don't let it get to me. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
Don't
just
be
what's
a
up.
hater, Daily. Don't be a
Kind,
hater.
you're too kind.
It's just like
Don't be a
Marcus,
hater.
it's
NFA,
kind of free money. It's free money sometimes, and people when they see that $100 fly away or $200, $300 fly off the bridge and into the water, and you can't get it, you get a little upset, especially when you were banking on that. You think it was a short thing, but again, man, we greatly appreciate Marcus for being here and chopping it up like literally 2 hours over an hour and a half more than we thought you would be here with us. So thank you for your time. We know it's late in Brazil. Any last words from Marcus, guys? Appreciate you.
yo, you got some of the best art on Cardano, if not the best PFP art. So you gotta do
Yeah,
it.
man. And again, and on a short notice, my homie, I appreciate you as always, brother. It's right. Much love, bro. Thank you for popping on with us and just updating our community. On what's going on with you and Introverts, man.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
As always,
Thanks for
NFA.
inviting me. Yeah. Thank you, Fred.
NFA,
you,
do your own
Chris.
research, everybody. Don't ever listen to anything we saying up here. Do your own research. Don't trust anybody. Do it yourself.
Read the cosmic paper.
And
Yeah.
read the cosmic paper. What are you
Yeah,
doing?
we're gonna we'll put out some. Chris, you'll have to read it and put it on our YouTube channel as well for other people.
Read. What are you doing? Read.
Yeah,
But
please
people don't
read.
like to read. You know how
Please read.
people don't like to read, man.
I've
Please
always
fucking
said
read, bro.
this, man.
Read.
Do
Gotta go
your,
on the
do your
video.
homework, guys. if you're going to invest on Introverts, read it, invest it. There's a lot of alphas in the
Hey,
cost paper.
sheeps and pigs get slaughtered. Don't follow. Don't be
Hey,
greedy, man.
speculate. Let me see something. I see my homie speculator in the chat all the time. Look, brother, that's all I know. My man minted for 58 ADA. His floor price is 180. We threw money in it and we pulled money out. I don't know all these rugs you talking and whose transactions is buying, my brother, but that's for you to go find out. But it didn't happen to any of us, my brother. So thank you for being in this chat with us the whole time, my guy. We appreciate you listening, and yeah, free money, brother. That's what's up.
All right.
Yeah, you guys are amazing.
Peace.
And he's been in there. Him and Daly been going at it the whole time in a good way, you know. And that's what's up. So
We've been
shout
having
out to you.
constructive
He's
conversation.
been doing great. He's been great conversation. That's why I just had to
constructive
give.
convo.
You know, you can make money on these NFTs, brother. So just. It is what it is. It's about entry point, man. But you good, bro. Take it easy. But again, Marcus, thank you, man.
Yep.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you.
All right, later. Peace. Been real, NFL.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone. Bye, everyone.
Peace
Really
out.
Peace out.
Take care.
Nice.